Good evening, folks, and welcome to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. We're back in Camdenton for week 2 of the season. We've got Branson and Camdenton. I'm William Holst, joined by the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell and Mike Boyd. Two teams ready to even up that record with all the aspirations still out in front of them for the season.
It doesn't take any particularly astute analysis to realize that neither one of these teams want to be 0-2 after this game. So you're going to see getting ready to go here just in a few minutes.
Your Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show live from Camdenton here at Bob Shore Stadium on a rainy, overcast, maybe even cool evening. A perfect night for football. And on our pregame show tonight, we're going to talk with visiting head coach Hafner for the Branson Pirates. And man, that team a year ago, 10-1. And he kind of talked a little bit about, Mike, when you have a 10-1 team, all of the expectations and everybody brings their best, and that's the case with this year's Pirates team.
Yeah, 10-1. I assumed that they had lost the one game. They started out 10-0. They were the #1 seed in their district and lost in the finals to Republic because they got a bye in the first round. So, yeah, and what a turnaround story that's been for Coach Hafner. Branson hadn't had a good year in quite a while, and we'll go into that during the pregame show.
So we've got that. We've also going to talk about Camdenton week 1, maybe a new look program, new quarterback, new style for this year's team. We'll talk about how they fared in the week 1 loss to Jeff City. That, and we'll look around the lake area and tell you what the other teams are set to do tonight. That and a whole lot more on tonight's COMC pregame show.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
During this chapter of life, we are really taking the time to enjoy the little things.
So it was important to have our final wishes pre-planned so our family wouldn't be burdened later on.
Hedges Scott Millard made it simple, but thorough. They provided us with different options right here in the comfort of our home.
We are so glad that we planned ahead. Now a whole lot more of this, a little of this, all with the peace of mind we wanted.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life. Take time to enjoy it.
Back on Lake TV for our COMC pregame show, and as we get set for high school football week 2 around the state of Missouri, we got Class 5 action tonight for you with Camdenton and Branson. And Mike, Branson, not a team that people familiar with Camdenton are used to seeing. Everything changing with the new conference and district aligning, and so they get another look at Branson.
You know, I always have been doing this for a long time. And I always think, have I done any Branson games before? I don't think I've done football, but I think I had them in basketball at the MFA shootout at the old Hearn Center. I believe it was Branson had a center by the name of Stephen Hill who went to Arkansas, and they played Versailles up there, and Versailles won that game. But I think that's the only Branson game I've got.
Branson would be in really uncharted territory to be a Missouri school that you have not called a game for over the illustrious Hall of Fame career and the numerous different shootouts and big tournaments, man. Right. So Branson and now Camdenton, they're going to start getting to see them on an annual basis.
Right. And again, talk about the turnaround for Branson. 5-6, 1-9, 3-7, 4-7, 2-9, 2-8, 4-7, 3-8, 1-9, 2-8, going back the last 10 years. And yeah, they played 11 games. They actually won district games twice in that run. Never was above 500. And a bit of an irony here is the fact that they beat Republic, the team that knocked them out in the district finals last year.
Yeah, and that happens, believe it or not. We've seen that so many times. When in the regular season, they get a second look at you and the outcome's different. But for Branson, it's a coach in Aaron Hafner. He's in his 4th season with Branson, but boy, he has got a long resume. I saw back in the early 2000s, actually I think it was 2000, he was the defensive coordinator. Now Camdenton fans will know this school, Webb City.
Yeah.
John Roderick and the head coach down there, I think they've won like 930 state championships, but one of those was in 2000, I believe, with Coach Hafner as the D coordinator, and he's had some great runs, including he's had some success at the college level.
He certainly has, and last year, this is how good they were in the 10-0 run, ended up 10-1. They outscored their opponents 438 to 105. Did a little bit of history digging on Branson, and they took second place in state in 1989, lost 28-26 to Lutheran North, and then got some conflicting information. It said in their history that they had finished second in 1987 as well, but then I went and looked at the bracket, and it showed them winning over Berkeley 8-0. So I'm saying that's a state championship in '87 for Branson.
Well, and so, as you said, had some success there, but man, it's been a while, and as you look at that kind of program being turned around, man, those 4 years, you mentioned those records, and last year 10-1, and so this year you have high expectations, but they lose in first week, and I looked at it, it was Harrison, Arkansas, which is one of the best high schools in the state of Arkansas, and one that they feel like is going to make a deep run in their playoff. So I talked to Coach Hafner, which you guys will hear in just a minute, and he goes, I actually thought we played awesome. 27-27 late in the game, had a chance to win, just didn't go our way, but he goes, that's a really good team, and so it's not do or die this week for Coach Hafner. I think they feel like they got off to a good start, even though they lost against Harrison.
But the truth is, you're only playing 9 games for your seeding in district, so each one of those is really magnified. I mean, that's 11% of your season right there, each game. So, yeah, you don't want to go 0-2.
And speaking of Coach Hafner, I caught up with him just a little bit ago. Here at a rainy Bob Shore Stadium, Branson head coach Hafner. And, Coach, you guys made the trip. Not so favorable conditions, but it's football time, baby.
Well, it feels like football season. You know, it's crazy to look and see that it's going to be 60 tonight and rainy, and next Friday 93. But it is what it is, right? I mean, it's we can't control any of this, and we love this football weather for sure.
Man, I saw you guys had a tough matchup in week 1 on the road. You got another road matchup. What do you guys got to do tonight to even that record at 1-1?
Yeah, we played pretty good last week. We played a really good football team. It was playoff type speed and, you know, on both sides of the ball. And we had a lot of inexperienced players. It was our first game. And by the time our kids kind of caught up, we were a little bit too far behind. But we battled, you know, 27-27 going in the fourth quarter and came back. And they just got us at the end. They kind of wore us out a little bit. And just a heck of a ball game tonight. We got to just go try to win the line of scrimmage. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, that's what this is all about. They're becoming a little bit more run-oriented. We run the football, so, you know, it's one of those things where the line of scrimmage is going to be really important tonight.
Line of scrimmage really big, and then, of course, weather. Do you think that will play a factor with your team, or are you guys kind of ready to go with any conditions?
Oh, it always does, you know. I mean, you can say whatever you want. You can practice it. You can do whatever. But when you have wet balls, you're going to have some stuff, and you know, who can turn the ball over least, and, you know, who can create turnovers, and win that turnover battle will be a big part of tonight's game.
I wanted to ask, because we don't get a lot of familiarity with your team, but after week 1, a tough road game, how did you guys practice this week coming into week 2?
Yeah, we got after it. That's just kind of what we do every week, but we had an awesome week. I think Tuesday was our best practice we've had this year, so our kids are hungry. Our kids want to be, you know, after last year going 10-1, you know, they have this feeling of, you know, they want to be successful, and they, you know, they want to make our community proud, and we saw that Monday. Great film session. Tuesday, unbelievable practice and preparation for tonight.
All right, I know it's only week 2 of the high school football season, but Coach, what do you want the identity of this year's Branson Pirates team to be?
Yeah, I think, you know, the last year was last year, you know, and we talked a lot about this year. When you're 10-1, now you're going to get everybody's best, right? And so we just have to go be us. We're going to be a lot different team than we were, you know, last year, and we have a lot of new players, especially on defense, and those kids have to step up. We have some really good players there. They just need to just kind of cut it loose. That's been our message all week. Just go cut it loose, you know, when the ball's kicked off on Friday night.
Coach, hey, thank you so much for your time,
Yes,
and good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car, Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our Labor Day sale, and it's Doorbuster Week here. What do you get for doorbusters? We have this great sectional at $9.97, and we're going to give you the ottoman for free. Not only that, we have this plush reclining sofa for $7.97, and you're going to get the reclining chair and a half for free. Come check out the Labor Day doorbusters at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
And we're back here on Lake TV for our COMC pregame show, and you just saw that message from Dr. Beck. I want to give him a shout-out. I went and saw him this week and going to start a new treatment program with him for some issues, and I feel about as good as I have in a couple of years. He gave me some pushing and cracking, and I'm telling you what, if you're hurting, go see my man, Dr. Beck, with Beck Wellness in Sunrise Beach. Especially, they've got a new neuropathy treatment program and just really cool stuff. So now that I've tried it, I feel even better in sharing with others.
I wish I could tell you it gets better as you get older. It doesn't. No. No, it's always a good idea to get out ahead of stuff like that.
And a big shout out to all of our partners who make Lake TV's broadcast possible. We're excited to be back in Camdenton. And you just heard on the other side of the break, Coach Aaron Hafner with the Branson Pirates. We told you now they lost to Harrison in Arkansas in week 1. They're 0-1. But, man, a game that was 24-24. And you look at their roster, they got some big kids, some lengthy kids. And talking with him, he says we love to run the rock. That's what we want to do is establish the line of scrimmage. And so looking at Branson, I would say they're going to be trying to give Camdenton a little taste of their own medicine.
Well, I don't know this, but looking at the roster that he sent us, the starters, 2 slots, 2 wide receivers tied in, 1 back. So spread the field and run the ball? Is that what you're looking at there? It's usually a passing offense.
That or he's trying to throw all of us for a loop. Who knows? But what I do know is for Camdenton, the home team, brand new season, right? All kinds of expectations from last year. Had so many athletes and now a new program, essentially. New quarterback, and you know they're going to be a different style. And we got our first look at that a week ago. And Mike, for the first look at a new style, it was a slow start for the Lakers.
There's a couple of things I saw that really needed to be addressed. Kickoff coverage. I mean, think about it. The opening kickoff of the game, a good return. The only touchdown that Camdenton scored, a long return after that, which killed the momentum that Camdenton had built with just scoring that touchdown. The other thing was Machino, the new starting quarterback this year. He was getting flushed out of the pocket immediately, and it wasn't like the entire defensive line for Jefferson City was pushing the offensive line for Camdenton back in his face. It was one guy who was usually coming in free and clear, forcing him to break down and run for it on the sideline either way. So that tells me they weren't picking up stunts or they weren't picking up blitzes, and I'm assuming that was probably addressed this week.
I would imagine it. And another thing, Mike, that I noticed was it was true for both sides, but maybe more so for the home team last week, was the inability to keep your cool when the moment got big, right? You could tell it got chippy at times. There was a lot of penalty flags, some offsetting fouls. And so that's one thing. And then the other overwhelming number for me was 3rd down and 4th down defense. Camdenton in many situations had 3rd and 4th down, but were unable to get off the field. I looked in the numbers shared with me. Camdenton allowed 7 of 15 on 3rd down, but even more overwhelming was 3 for 5 on 4th down. Those ended up being big. And the other stat that obviously played a factor was the 1 turnover that happened in the red zone. And so, yes, a 2-score ball game, but there was never a time really last week where you didn't feel like Camdenton was right there. So hoping this week they correct it and we have ourselves a really competitive match tonight.
Yeah, that's always the hope. You're going to have an exciting game to watch. And you talk about the chippiness early in the season. Did you watch the game last night?
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of ugly. Got right down to the last whistle. One thing they had trouble with defensively, I thought Camdenton was Wilson, the quarterback for the Jays. His ball handling must have been really, really good because they were able to run the option at will and get people open. And it wasn't even a bootleg. It was just a zone read. He was able to take the ball out of the belly of the running back and get out to the outside, and did that effectively all night long.
And so we mentioned the fact that, yeah, for the opponent, they did a great job of hiding the football. Camdenton had a hard time recognizing, and those free blitzers. Hopefully this week Camdenton was able to identify some of that, because there were times, and it wasn't in huge flashes, but there were times where you saw Camdenton's offense start to get going, and it was typically upended, or a momentum killer would be a big play, the interception, a huge penalty. And so it would be interesting to see if Camdenton comes out again tonight and they try to establish that run, or are they going to go week 2 and completely change the game plan? I think it's going to be interesting to see.
We'll find out with the formation. They go with that power I formation. Actually, the I formation, that's a running formation generally. So we'll see what kind of formation they come out with early in the game. One thing there were several things that I was impressed with. Roth, the wide receiver, man, he made a couple of catches. One of them was based on, here's a good running play, good blocking by the right side of the offensive line, was Roth's ability to come back to meet the ball down on the goal line, and then that catch he made on the sideline off to our right here, where the ball was by him. He caught the back half of the ball in full stride. That was impressive.
Yeah, as you're getting a look at some of the running plays, and Eli Dickerson there on one of the better plays. I thought that really Jefferson City did a nice job of limiting those big run plays. We're seeing some of the better runs here, but Camdenton last week, they actually outgained Jeff City in overall yardage, 267 to 228. However, they only had 80 yards of that on the ground for the night, and they had the additional 187 yards through the air, and those were on 3 massive plays. 2, as you alluded to, Roth, who had 2 catches for 105 yards, and then the big play to Jennings later in the game. But 11 rushes for only 41 yards for Cole Jennings, who was the leading rusher, and Machino was bottled up all night. His had a couple of pretty big losses that affected his net yardage and his overall, but I mean, Jeff City did a nice job and really took Camdenton out of their game. And I guarantee you, Mike, that Branson is seeing these highlights and has seen these highlights this week. And so I do expect to see Camdenton make some adjustments and maybe even try something different out of the gate. Of course, time will tell. Now, we're going to take a commercial break after these highlights conclude. And when we return, we're going to meet tonight's starters for your hometown Camdenton Lakers, and we'll talk more about what the Lakers need to do to even up the record here in 2025.
Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter. Life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team
back here on Lake TV as we're getting a look at tonight's starters for the hometown Camdenton Lakers. That is your Camdenton Lakers here in week 2. It's Class 5 action. Lake TV's got you covered. It's the Branson Pirates and the Camdenton Lakers. William Holtz alongside the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell at Bob Shore Stadium. Just 5 minutes until kickoff. And when we look at, Mike, what's happening around the lake area, there's some very important matchups of interest.
Yeah, School of the Osage looking to go 2-0. They're I'm not sure if they're hosting or not, but they are playing the Moberly Spartans. Moberly lost in week 1, I believe it was, to Centralia. And then the Eldon Mustangs squeak by the Fulton Hornets to go to 1-0. And they're going back to their old Tri-County partner, Versailles, tonight. Versailles lost in week 1. And that game taking place in Versailles, Eldon and Versailles. We'll have scoring updates on those tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I heard you say that Eldon and Fulton score 15-14. That was a nail-biter at Osage. That was a game that was super close. Yeah. They ended up holding on late. And so for Osage, they're at home tonight in their home opener against Moberly with an opportunity to go to 2-0, which would set up huge matchup on Lake TV next week as they'll host Blair Oaks in School of the Osage. We're looking forward to that one. But some unfinished business here as we conclude our Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. Big shout out to COMC, where your health is their mission, and we're ready to send it down to Sean Kober on the field as we're getting ready to have the captains come out for our coin toss, and then we'll send a one break, and then following the conclusion of our coin toss, it'll be kickoff time right here on Lake TV. And Mike, you look at both sides, right? Week 2, always exciting. All of, like we said, the aspirations still in front of you. How important, though, you don't want to oversell, but I mean, how important is it to not go 0-2?
Again, okay, that's going to be 22% of the games you're going to play in the regular season to decide your seeding.
Yeah.
And it's huge. I mean, I don't know if that district for Camdenton has a bye available or not. Probably Class 5, because they fill up the districts from the bottom up, from Class 1 up. You know, and just to get a home game, I mean, that's big, not have to travel, especially since the district is as spread out as it is. It's just huge to have the opportunity to play at home, but you go 0-2, you're really putting yourself up against it.
Yeah, no doubt. We do want to welcome all of those who are tuning in from Branson, tuning in tonight from, man, I grew up in Reed Springs, Mike.
Really?
Love Branson.
I didn't know that.
Go to Silver Dollar City and have a lot of family in that area, so love that they're tuning in and wish you guys good luck. And as you look at midfield, it's now time to look at our captains for our Missouri State High School Activities Association officiating crew. Down with Sean Kober.
57. Good luck. Good luck, man. Good luck. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Good luck. All right, guys, welcome to week 2. I'm Grant. This is Mark. We'll be your guys in the middle. Congratulations on being captains for tonight's game. Okay, if we have any issues, we're coming to you. You have any issues, you come to us. Okay, Mr. Official, watch this. You know, and we'll listen to you, and we'll do our best. Coaches, we're going to do our best to get everything at the point of attack. Okay, if something happens away from the ball, you might not see a flag, or you might just say something to you or the player. Sportsmanship all over the field. Okay, you see that, we're going to flag it. Football's a physical game. You make a big hit, you're standing over the guy, you better have a hand down, get the D-nut, not standing over him, staring at Superman and whatever. Okay? Helmets for your protection, not to be used as a weapon. You guys got anything? We're dismissed. Good luck, coaches. Good luck, man. No, hang on, we got to do a flip. Got to flip. Branson. Bring it. Game on, right? Yeah. Branson is the visitor. What is your call? What did he call? All right, I'm going to flip it, catch it. It is ahead. What do you want to do? Defer. Okay. The ball, correct?
Branson Pirates win the toss and defer to the second half.
All right, so there you hear it over the PA address, the visiting Branson Pirates. They win the coin toss and they defer to the second half. So Camdenton set to receive the kickoff, and we're about to get squared off here at the jaws of death. Bob Shore Stadium, it's high school football. After this on Lake TV. the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. And we're back on Lake TV for your game of the week. It's the Branson Pirates and the Camdenton Lakers, and Camdenton set to receive after Branson wins the toss in the second half. So we are officially underway. I'm William Holtz, joined by the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell on Lake TV's 13th season of live high school football.
And more than that. Quite a few more than that.
And I'm not going to say much more, but I could.
Yeah, well, a lot more. I thought I had a Rip Van Winkle moment here or something. I woke up and it was the middle of October.
It is drastic difference from a week ago, Mike.
Yeah, and it's supposed to warm up again next week, too.
Yeah.
First time I've had long pants on in quite a while, I know that.
And for me, everyone's thankful I'm wearing long pants instead of shorts, I'll tell you that. So we're set for kickoff. Happy you're tuning in here on Lake TV, and set to kick for Branson. Rory Weber, the junior kicker, set, and we're officially underway. Mike, it's high school football time.
Week 2. Should be a fun game.
Kick.
Knuckleball.
And bounces into the end zone, and it's a touchback. And so we're going to get our first look at the Lakers tonight. Michael Machino, the junior signal caller, comes out. And so for Camdenton, one of the keys tonight is absolutely rebound week for the Red Rifle. He didn't have a lot of time last week, and they wanted to get that run game established. But I'm going to make a bold prediction, Mike, and I think Michael Machino with his arm tonight keeps Camdenton in it here early.
He seemed to me a couple of times to get a little irritated and maybe lost focus a little bit, but he is such a talent. We're looking forward to see his growth in his career.
First down on the ground. Jennings gets the carry, and he'll be bottled up after a fair gain up to the 25-yard line. And so you'll take that on first down, Mike. And that interior line for Camdenton, something that is going to have to be better this week than it was a week ago.
Yeah, that was a nice little jump step to the left in the hole. Good combination block by the center, Bearden, and also Levi Perk. That's a good gain on first down.
Love what I saw from Jennings early in last week's game, running the football. Now back in the backfield for Camdenton, Carter Butts, the senior, in at tailback.
Looks like Machino may be checking to something else here.
It's going to be Butts. Good first block, good cut from Carter Butts. Gets 4, just a yard shy of first down yardage, going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. And a week ago, Mike, if you look at 3rd down, this was a tough down for Camdenton, just 3 for 9, but they had so many drives that didn't go anywhere. Only 9 3rd down attempts, only 3 3rd down conversions a week ago.
Yeah, you got to get the 3rd and 1. Reese brings a play in from the sideline. Play clock not a factor.
Under center, Machino, lone wide receiver, top of your screen. That's Jennings. Quick snap. Machino has a Beck Wellness Center first down. I thought we might get a penalty flag, but it was just a quick snap. The only person who really moved was the center, and Machino at quarterback has just enough to move the sticks.
I like the block there by Timothy Phillips, the senior, 240-pound senior. Got a good block, just took a side. You hesitate for just an instant to see if your center can get over the nose guard and push him one way or the other.
Good start for Camdenton, getting a fresh set of downs. Now out of the shotgun, empty backfield. And we've got movement, so it's your first penalty flag of the game, and that's going to be the Lakers who are called here.
Legal procedure, as you mentioned, the first penalty of the game. If you're going to run the ball, this hurts, because now you're obviously 1st and 15. You're not 2nd and 5 like you were on the first possession of this drive.
Yeah, you're already moving the wrong direction, and we talk about the difference on these 1st and 2nd down plays and that yard to go. And now back out of the empty backfield, Machino on the quarterback run. Has a good hole, and here's Michael Machino still on his feet. Head down across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. We'll give him 13 yards and a great job on the swing block here. They pulled, I don't know if it was the tackle or the guard, and there was a big hole, Mike. So great play on first down and long.
Yeah, that's just a good job. Also getting in there was Butts to get a block as well. Kind of a ceiling type block on the middle linebacker. Now you can do anything on second and short.
The best down in football. Going to be the fullback. Ooh, he takes a licking. Does have a Beck Wellness Center first down up to the 44, but man, he paid the price.
Yeah, he got a little sideways there, and I guess it relaxed for an instant and then took a hit up high. Wow.
So the second first down, the Beck Wellness Center first down on this opening drive for the Lakers. That's an encouraging sign here in the early going. So back under center now is Machino, and it's Carter Butts in the backfield once again, who's going to get the toss to the left side.
Wow.
And quick speed and closing. What a defensive effort by Dakota Schaefer, the junior linebacker. He shot out of a cannon and drops Butts for a 5-yard loss. Second down and 15 upcoming.
Well,
wow.
Camdenton just had a first and 15, was able to convert that. Man, he just split the two pulling guards out there. Good speed.
You doing?
Yeah, good closing speed, too. He's kind of a fire plug looking kind of guy, 5'11", 205, but he can move.
So second down and long now. Machino under center. Uh-oh, he's going to call his own number. Almost a disastrous play, and he's going to be bamboozled by a sloop of Pirates. Machino does get back to the line of scrimmage, but that was a disastrous play from the start. Camdenton fortunate to hold on to possession.
Exactly. That could have been a fumble just as easy as not. The ball just squirted away from him as he was going out for the handoff. So 3rd and 15. Lakers have had the ball throughout this first quarter. Almost 4 minutes now. 8:12 left in the first.
So 3rd down and long, back out of the shotgun, empty backfield, 3 wide receivers, top of your screen. Clean pocket, now in trouble, and he will be sacked. Nope, still on his feet. Machino, unbelievable, stays on his feet, and here he goes. Michael Machino across the 40, all the way up to the 46-yard line. It's one of the most impressive 7-yard runs you'll see on 3rd down and 15. Wow, Mike.
My favorite name that we've had this year, Chance, Dandini had a free run at him. It didn't act like he saw him initially, and how they kept from getting him on the ground, I'm not sure.
Both times.
He got that could have been a trip attempt there anyway, but Machino gets 7 out of nothing.
Yeah, that is the magic of Michael Machino. He's capable of those type of plays at any time, and now it's going to be a penalty flag with the hard count once again. Number 7, a little hometown magic, going to make it 4th and 2, and I would say you're going to roll the dice and you're going to go for it here, Mike.
Urhammer saw something, but he didn't try to plead, hey, the guy moved, but he was upset with himself. So the first penalty of the evening on Branson, and you went from 3rd and 15, 16 to 4th and 3, and the Lakers going for it.
So 4th down and 3, as you said. Ball's just across midfield in Branson territory. Machino tries the hard count again. And now going to be a timeout for the Lakers, so it's 6:57 left in the opener. We're scoreless. You're watching exclusive coverage of Camdenton Lakers football on Lake TV.
To win at the Jaws of Death Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
On Lake TV, just in time for a big 4th down and 3. And Mike, a really nice opening drive here for Camdenton. They've eaten 6 minutes almost off the clock. So a big 4th down and 3. See what they do here. It's going to run right up the
beautiful.
middle. And a beautiful run. Butts has first down yardage, and it was simple, right? That's the game plan. Win the point of attack, great patient run, and that is first down yardage. And actually,
Burns.
that is the senior, Braden Burns, on his first carry. Has a Beck Wellness Center first down, and how about that for a gutsy call? 4th and 3, you go off tackle, handoff, beautiful play, beautiful call, and well executed.
The center, Bearden, got into the nose guard, and just good patient running there. Just a little subtle sidestep move and keeps the drive alive.
So 3 first downs on this opening drive. Ball at the 45-yard line of Branson. Nothing doing on the first down carry. Once again, that's Burns with the carry, but quick pursuit and shutting that one down were the Pirates.
Number 45, and that's Boston Mayawal. Sorry, we got some tough names here tonight, and I've not heard it before. And his brother's also Brandon, a senior.
Mayamal, yeah.
Mayamal.
We have our work cut out for us with some of these rosters, Mike. Now, 2nd down and 10. Back out of that empty backfield. Watch someone in motion here out of the slot. Quick hitter into the slot, has his receiver, a little stutter step, and a really nice piece of tackling on the play. Dakota Schaefer, the junior, limits that. It was a nice connection,
to
about
Heron.
7 yards to Heron, bringing up 3rd down and 3, but I like that. Take what the defense gives you, the misdirection play, you just settle into that window. That was last year with Kate Durnan's offense, right?
Right, and I like their tight end. I know he had a big drop last week, but look how many CD Lamb had. It's not easy. Oh, here we go.
Again, here's Butts trying to get outside, and that one is shut down. Does get about a yard. Going to bring up 4th down and 2 now. Another big play on this opening drive. Great pursuit and finish by Branson outside on the edge.
Well, you go on 4th down from midfield. You're definitely going to go here from the 38-yard line of Branson. This has been a 7-minute plus drive already.
So 4th down and 3 officially from the 38-yard line. Fullback gets the carry, and he's got first down yardage. It's a Beck Wellness Center first down for Sean Hasker, the senior. A picture-perfect call. You give the inside quick hitter to your fullback, and on his first carry of the night, Hasker has a Beck Wellness Center first down, the 4th of this opening drive for the Lakers.
Great lean and body control there right at the end. If he goes to a knee before he's able to get parallel with the ground, that's short of the first down. Great effort by Hasker.
Yeah, how about this, Mike? Approaching 8 minutes, as you alluded to, this opening drive. Just picture perfect. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Machino out of the gun. And we're going to get a stoppage here.
I think a timeout may have been called by the Branson sideline. I don't see it. Well, I see the flag now. Never mind.
Yeah, they're going to get the procedure on the play against the Lakers, and probably a break for Branson because I don't think they had in the defensive package they wanted. I think they were signaling for a timeout, and I think they got fortunate that Camdenton started early.
Do you think that maybe Butts started toward the line of scrimmage a little too soon, coming out of that loop from the slot?
Don't always see it called. We've talked about that the last couple of years, Mike, is sometimes they let them get away with that.
Great play there by the defense once again. Number 71, Langford, getting the tackle on Butts. Butts is going to lose a yard, so it's going to be 2nd and 16.
Yeah, just great pursuit at the point of attack. That play never had a chance from the get-go. Branson gap control right now. They have snuck through on a couple of these plays. Now runners have eluded that first guy. We've also seen a couple of losses. Second down and long. Picked up, and here's Machino now. Going to take a shot. Throws, has his man looking for Roth.
Oh, that's face guarding. That's got to be a flag.
That has to be.
If there was contact down there, maybe there wasn't. The official was right there, perfect position to make a call or not make a call.
Even though it was incomplete, you just get an idea of how strong Michael Machino's arm is on the run from the 46-yard line into the end zone. Now, it was a great defense. We're going to assume there was no interference. The official was right there, but man, on a dime, right in stride. Great play defensively to not get a flag and knock that down.
Yeah, we saw his arm strength on several occasions, even running to his left and throwing that far.
So 3rd and long. Machino now. Pocket starts to collapse. Steps up. He's got some room. Here's Machino now. Across the 35 up to the 32-yard line. He gets a solid gain of about 10, making it a more manageable 4th down and 6 from the 31-yard line.
Yeah, you're talking 47-yard field goal here. So probably going for it for the 3rd time in this possession. Boy, it'd be really tough to control the ball through most of the first quarter play and not come away with any points.
Yeah, you're not kidding, Mike. They've eaten up 9 minutes, 25 seconds, and counting before this 4th down and 6 from the 31-yard line.
I really like the tight end Branson here.
Keep an eye on him coming off the line.
Blitz.
Free blitzer. Machino picks it up. Now still on his feet. Inside the 30. Inside the 20. Michael Machino bounces off a would-be tackler and finally pushed out of bounds at the 21-yard line. He's got a 20-yard Beck Wellness Center 1st down. And Michael Machino once again with his legs.
Again, a free runner at the quarterback. And sometimes you wonder why somebody coming in free like that doesn't break down and make the quarterback make the first move. Because when you're running full speed at somebody, that's when they can make you miss. And he did that time, but what a finish.
Inside. Price and Randall, injury attorneys, red zone, and Hasker gets the carry, but first we have a penalty flag.
I don't think Camdenton was set there. Ooh, offside, excuse me.
So the penalty flag goes against Branson. Going to move it down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and 5 from the 6. Camdenton now about to eat up 10 minutes off this first quarter clock.
And don't forget, they've converted 3 4th downs in this drive. That doesn't happen.
4th down and 3, 4th down and 2, and then a crazy 4th down and 6, 20-yard run from the junior Machino. 1st down and 5 from the 6.
Stop again.
I think they gave it right back to him this time.
Burns again. It looks to me like he's, procedure. I don't know if it's the call or not, but it looks to me like he's breaking toward the line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped. And it's cooler tonight, but we're not in Canada.
No, we are not, Mike. So 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Great balance on this opening drive. We've seen running backs, we've seen fullbacks, we've seen the quarterback with his legs. So for Camdenton, I don't believe they've even completed a pass yet.
Just the one to Heron.
Okay, here's the give to Hasker inside the 5.
Nice.
Taken down at the 4. A solid 1st down carry of 7 yards, setting up the Lakers inside the 5-yard line. This opening series is now eating up 10 minutes and finds the Camdenton Lakers with a 2nd down and 4 as they're already inside the Price and Randall injury attorneys red zone on their opening series. And for Branson, we have no idea what this offense looks like. What an opening series here for the Camdenton Lakers.
I'm having flashbacks to the mid-'80s. This is the offense that Camdenton ran back then.
2nd down and 4. Ball's at the 5. Machino calls his own number up the middle. He's going to be stopped at about the 3-yard line, short of 1st down yardage. Going to set up a 3rd down and short from the 3-yard line. A huge play here for the Lakers.
They went with a really tight formation then. I think they had 2 tight ends in the game at that time. Heron comes back in. He does have that catch out of the backfield.
I'm saying Machino, misdirection, calls his own number to the house.
They're going to stay with that I formation. They've had luck with Hasker, the up man in the I.
They're going to go that direction. It's not Hasker, but it is the fullback. This time it is Jaden Hodge, I believe, and he is stuffed.
You're right.
They're going to say short of 1st down yardage. Going to bring up 4th down and very, very short. Huge play here. It'll be the 4th time on this drive the Lakers go for it on 4th down.
Well, you're not settling for a field goal when you've had an 11-minute, almost a 12-minute possession.
And they have to snap it here as there's just 16 seconds on the play clock and just 20 seconds left in the opening quarter, which Camdenton has had the ball the entire quarter. 4th down and short. Here's Machino. Calls his own number. Up the middle. Got first down yardage into the end zone. He scores, I believe. We'll wait for the call.
It's a first down either way, but
touchdown Lakers. Michael Machino has his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, and the first quarter ends with a 4th down and 1 touchdown carry for the junior. We get another look at it there. Great push, Mike. It took a minute to get the call, but the Lakers eat up 12 minutes and score on the final play of this first quarter, and now they're in to attempt the extra point. How about that for a first quarter for the Camdenton Lakers?
A little bit of a tush push there. Be very careful saying that.
Yeah, that might be tough. Krasi Petrov in to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and it is true. So at the end of the first quarter, your hometown Camdenton Lakers on the legs of junior Michael Machino lead the visiting Branson Pirates 7-0. We welcome you back as you get another look at the 4th down run, and just great push, Mike, up front. Levi Perk, the junior, would not give up. So our second quarter begins with a Lakers kickoff following the score. And how about some score updates from around the Lake area?
Well, School of the Osage looking to go 2-0 in the season, but they trail Moberly early. They start at the same time we did. There's 7:42 left in their first quarter. So probably most likely it was Moberly with that opening possession. Hey, give me a call the next time you see a 19-play, 12-minute drive. I'll be waiting, I think, quite a while.
Converted 4 4th downs. Unbelievable execution for the Camdenton Lakers. Masterclass in that first quarter. And so now the second quarter, Branson's going to get an opportunity. Petrov the kick, and it is going to take a fortuitous bounce for the Branson Pirates, and they're going to start with the ball at the 35-yard line as we start the second quarter. But you can't say enough about that first possession for the Lakers, and so for Branson, it's time they're going to get their offense out there, and they're obviously going to want to answer. But how do you answer a 12-minute drive?
Well, it counts the same if it's a 3-play drive and a touchdown, but that's just so impressive and probably gives you a little bit of an insight to how important Coach Pitts thinks this is to go for it from at midfield, again at about the 42-yard line on 4th down, because if you don't convert, you're giving up great field position.
Sure, so here we go now, and it is going to be quarterback Vicente Pastrana, and the first play is stopped before it gets going, and probably luckily for the Lakers, because I don't know if you saw, Mike, but that's 45 Boston Mayumal, who was wide open in the flat, uncovered.
He was watching the quarterback that time, oddly enough.
So
offsides
okay. On the defense. That is a Slumberland Furniture penalty flag. So that's how this first offensive series begins for Branson. Again, I want to welcome you, those who are tuning in from Branson, watching your Pirates on the road. First down carry, inside handoff, and quick hitter. That's Smith Quigg with the carry. He's listed as a fullback, but he looks like a traditional tailback, Mike.
But he's built like a fullback, oh, that's for sure. Look at number 27, 5'10", 180. Low to the ground. I don't think he's 5'10".
He's got those Mike Allstott shoulders and traps. Look out. So second down and short now. Now I believe we're going to get another.
Offside again. That's 5 penalties on Camdenton. Defensive end just leaned in, anticipated the snap count, I think.
So a Beck Wellness Center first down via penalty. And now Branson up to the 49-yard line, and they've just had one play from scrimmage so far. You have the illegal procedure,
right,
the offsides, the 4-yard gain, the offsides, 28 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, they've got 11:32 to go to catch up, right?
Yeah, so here is the first down and 10 now.
Pastrana on the bootleg.
It's open, too. He's got a man in the flat wide open behind the defense. Machino drags down the receiver, but big yardage all the way down to the 20-yard line. 31-yard Beck Wellness Center first down. Wilson with the reception, and just like that, Branson inside the Price and Randall injury attorney's red zone. And, Mike, that play was stopped before, but it was a misdirection bootleg. The quarterback's out there, and he had either option wide open. Machino, great speed to save a touchdown, but really solid play, and it's Hayden Wilson, the senior, 31 yards and first down for Branson at the 20-yard line.
Brought the man in motion and I think caught the safeties looking at him, but went the other way with a pass.
And not a whole lot on the first down carry. That's Quigg with the 2-yarder. And Branson really fortunate. Looks like that fullback who is going to be coming in motion to be the lead blocker is starting before the snap. Keep an eye on that, Mike. We're seeing that so much. You have so many misdirections with some of these newer offenses.
And going no huddle here. Yeah, they're seeing something. I thought that time the left tackle moved. I thought Trenso moved.
And you
Could be
thought
wrong.
correctly, Mike. It is on the offense. So procedure on Branson moves him back to the 24-yard line. So second down and long, 10:44. Mike, one of the things you love about the tradition here at Camdenton is former players that love to come back. And one of our favorites here at Lake TV, our buddy Brady Ford, joining us tonight here. And, of course, great career with the Lakers. And a lot of you will remember us calling his games back here. Loving Friday Night Lights in Camdenton. So second and long now. Little misdirection, pitch outside, look out, still on his feet, down to the 11-yard line. Ryan Giles, the senior, close to first down yardage, going to bring up third down and real short as you get a look at the rain start to pick up here at the field level. That ball is going to be getting nice and slick, Mike.
Yeah, that was just great ball handling there by Pastrana. And you have to respect that fullback. I mean, the single setback, he rolled the dive play, pulled the ball out, and flipped it out to Wilson, or Giles, excuse me, for a great game.
Quarterback going to call his own number. He slips. He does have a Beck Wellness Center first down at the 9-yard line, Mike, but we're already seeing that slippery conditions play effect. Vicente Pastrana does have a Beck Wellness Center first down. It'll be first down and goal at the 9 for Branson, but you saw him fall there.
Yeah, he actually got tripped a little bit by his running back, I think, who got spread out trying to get that reach block on the corner.
First down and goal. Pastrana still has it. Flips over the pile and has about 5, but Branson doing a nice job of making it tough for Camdenton to identify who's got the ball. Pastrana's got those shifty feet, Mike, and he looks dangerous with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and they're going quick count most of the time, so you don't really get a chance to look at the offensive set and see if you can read any keys that way. Second goal.
From the 5, 9-minute mark of the first half, Pastrana under center. Now checks his sideline. Coach Hafner gives him a new play. 7-0 your score. If you're just joining us, whether you're tuning in from Branson or watching around the area with your hometown Lakers, second down and 5. Inside Gibb into the 3, down to about the 1-yard line on the carry. Once again, that's Smith Quigg, the senior. And that's going to set up third down and goal from the 1.
Boy, good lead blocks. They're fortunate for Camdenton that didn't get into the end zone.
So third down and goal now for the Pirates inside. 8:30 now. Ball's at the 1-yard line.
Keeper.
Pastrana calls his own number into the end zone and scores. It was a bootleg. Read option, it looked like. He did pull it, Vicente Pastrana, the junior, into the end zone, and we're just an extra point away from seeing this game tied up.
Clock's still running there. They finally stopped it. So that was about a 4-minute drive. 8 plays.
And then to attempt the extra point for Branson.
Weber.
Rory Weber, the junior. Wilson will hold. The kick is up, and it is true. So with 8:04 left in the second quarter, Branson ties it up at 7 apiece. You're watching exclusive coverage of Camdenton Lakers football on Lake TV.
I'm Tyler Loftus, and welcome to Ozark Homes. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and help make it a reality and stay within your budget. With the real estate market and construction prices at an all-time high, let us stretch your dollar and get you the home of your dreams. We have many customizable options such as kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even have a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
They don't take quite as long as we welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of high school football, but the Branson Pirates have the same effect. First time with the football, they march down the field, punch it in. It's their quarterback who finds pay dirt. Mike, we're tied 7-7.
Yeah, a lot of quickness, a lot of similarities actually to Jefferson City's offense, but one thing that really jumps out is how quick and how good the decision making is for Pastrana.
Yeah, he has looked real good. Now the kickoff comes up, and that is fielded by Southwick. Ball's on the ground, and look out. And I think Branson has it, and they're going to say nope. They're going to say he is down. Branson is celebrating, but the official is saying Southwick is down at the 22-yard line. No. Now the other official comes in, and it is a fumble recovery for Branson at the 22-yard line. What a break for the Pirates, and I thought it was out.
He had to reach up there a little bit, and just before he could get himself squared up and get the ball secured, took a big help. Looked like a helmet right to the ball.
And J.Z. Brown, what a name there, gets the fumble recovery. So Branson now 1st and 10 at the Lakers' 21-yard line. And we see a penalty flag here on the far sideline. Ball's on the ground. No, they're going to say he's down, but we'll check the penalty flag, Mike. And disastrous series of events here. Now they're going to give Camdenton a sideline warning.
Yeah, just a warning of first time around. First warning, he indicates. So the run by Quigg is good.
We're going to give him about 5 as he's inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorney's red zone. 2nd down and 7. Ball's at the 17-yard line.
I'm going to go with 4 here, I think, but minor difference to say the least. Very tight formation here for Branson.
Quick on the option, pitches it outside, and solid gain on 2nd down with the carry. That's Giles. Going to bring up 3rd down and short for Branson. For those of you who may have went away, the ensuing kickoff was fumbled by the Lakers and recovered at the 21-yard line. So Branson, after tying the game, have it now inside the Lakers' red zone. 3rd down and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Again, the very tight formation. Somebody will probably go in motion.
It's going to be a 1st down carry and then some all the way down to the 1-yard line. Smith Quigg with a big carry. We're going to give him 13 yards and a Beck Wellness Center 1st down, setting up Branson 1st down and goal inside the 2-yard line.
Now, ball possession, when you're a running team, which is what Camdenton is right now, is so critical. Branson looks like they're going to take advantage of that turnover.
Yeah, knocking on the door, 1st down and goal at the 2. Vicente Pastrana did the honors last time. keeps it this time, and for the second time tonight, the junior signal caller, Vicente Pastrana, the junior, puts Branson up for the first time tonight. They've answered with 13 unanswered points in 4 minutes and 2 seconds here as we start our second quarter, Mike, and that's changed quickly, and it's the turnover on the ensuing kickoff. And as you said, Branson, they absolutely do capitalize. And then to attempt the extra point, Rory Weber once again. Hayden Wilson will hold.
Camdenton got good pressure from the outside the last time.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it's good. So with 6:58 left in the second quarter, Branson out in front by a score of 14-7.
What's up, Lake of the Ozarks? It's your guy, Will Holtz, inviting you to tune in for our next LOZ featured doc series. Chris and Carrie Wilson, although newer to the Lake of the Ozarks, it hasn't taken them long to carve out their slice of Lake Paradise with their mystic, their friends, and a little bit of lake fun. Don't miss our next LOZ featured doc series.
Here comes week 3 of high school football on Lake TV. Friday night, William Holtz and Mike Bissell bring you a conference showdown between two of the state's biggest powers this year, Osage and defending state champion Blair Oaks. It all starts with the COMC pregame show at 6:30, kickoff at 7. High school football Friday night. Powerhouse is Osage, the Indians, and Blair Oaks, only on Lake TV.
Welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football, and Branson now set to kick off. Rory Weber, Branson now 2 quick scores, and gonna see if we can't get the Lakers to football back. That shallow kick and goes out of play at about the 33-yard line, so they really only lose about 2 yards. Be first down and 10 at the 35-yard line, and for Camdenton now, that first drive, 12 minutes, all the first quarter, and they lead. And before they get the football back, now they're trailing 14-7.
So there's no penalty for kicking it out of bounds? There has to be a penalty for that.
Yeah, they moved it up to the 35.
A 1-yard penalty? Now we go. Okay.
Even there, I mean, you give them 5 yards because I guess if it's past the 30, I guess you only mark off 5 yards. So empty backfield here for the Lakers. Machino out of the gun. In motion is Butts. Going to pass into the flat, has his man, converts. Reese. Brody Reese up to midfield. Good gainer. A Beck Wellness Center first down and 11 yards on the first play here.
Boy, throwing that ball when you got time from one hash mark all the way to the sideline, that's a gutsy throw at the high school level.
So a Beck Wellness Center first down. The Lakers now at midfield. A little bit different look here. We saw nothing but runs with the exception of the one pass. Now here's give to Butts. Stutter steps and runs into a brick wall. Brick wall, that's Brady Reitzel, the senior, 6 foot 290. No thank you, Mike.
No. He side-slipped the blocker there very nicely. Good effort by Butts to try to do that little jump step again. They've been very successful with it. But too much Reitzel there on that play.
So second down and 10 now, 6:17 left in the first half. Machino. Uh-oh, and ooh, that is dangerous looking tackle. And
get up, son.
Yeah, please do. That was nasty looking. Tough to bounce right up. Braden Burns, the senior, got twisted up, and he's hobbling off. But, Mike, it's a miracle he got up. I mean, that was nasty looking.
Oh, ankles, knees, everything twisted up there. Hopped right back up.
Third down and long after the 2-yard loss. Hopefully he's okay. Man, that looked hopefully worse than it was. So third down and long for the Lakers. Play action, look out.
Free run.
Machino in trouble, now still on his feet and taken down once again. Defensively, Dakota Schaefer, third tackle for a loss tonight. And that goes for a loss of 4. That's going to bring up a punt situation from the 45-yard line. It is 4th down and 15 for Camdenton.
That's some serious closing speed there. by Schaefer. Man, oh man, I thought Machino gave that one little pump fake. I thought he was going to be able to get himself outside. I've been trying to watch Roth. They've looked for him. They've not been able to find him open, or Machino hasn't had time to throw, but we know he can catch it if he can get it to him.
Yeah, so the Lakers now going to be forced to punt. But I'm telling you what, Mike, Dakota Schaefer has been unbelievable, and it's blocked. And it is recovered at the 45-yard line. From bad to worse for the home team. Was a punt situation, and it either was a bad punt or, as you said, it was blocked.
He was pretty deliberate, but just a jailbreak from the left side of the defense coming in there, and really never had a chance to get it away. He didn't sense that pressure was coming. Wow, things going south. Here's 3 players that had a chance to get in there.
So for Branson now, after watching the home team drive the ball and eat up the entire first quarter, so far the second quarter has been all Branson Pirates, Mike. 14 unanswered points, and now they take over after the recovered blocked punt at the Lakers' 45-yard line. Pitch outside, swing, good yardage. Beck Wellness Center first down across the 35 down to the 33.
Blake Weber getting his first carry. They run that toss sweep, and they're getting to the edge on Camdenton a little bit there.
Good for a Pirate. First down.
So the Pirates now controlling this second quarter and starting to gain more and more momentum, up 14-7 within at the 33-yard line. The Lakers defense has to come up with a stop on this series. Once again, the pitch outside to Weber. He's got good yardage and first down across the 20. There's a marker that comes in.
That's going to be a hold. The guard pulled around, and I think they're going to get Transo pulled around and got his hands on the outside. Yeah, it's going to be a hold, and it's going to be a spot foul too. See if you can see him. Yeah, I didn't look like all that much there, but called by the official. It was a lot closer to it than I was.
So going to be first down and long now. They're going to mark it at the 41-yard line. First down and 18 officially. The rain looks to be picking up a little bit inside. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Branson up by a score with the ball.
The play was blown dead, I think.
Another penalty marker here, Slumberland penalty flag at the 41.
Dead ball, it's going to be procedure.
Going to back him up a little further now. And for Camdenton, you love this because first down and 23, or close to, you got to take advantage of this and prevent Branson from scoring and adding to this lead.
A couple of scores to pass along. A little surprised by this. Osage down 14-0 to Moberly. 5:38 left in the first half. And Eldon all over Versailles, 27-0 in the first half.
Yeah, Nick Griffin in his second year in Eldon looking to get off to their second consecutive 2-0 start.
Yeah, 3-0 actually, but they lost the next 7. That was a little better defense there. Diaz Rios made the tackle, got off the block.
Just a couple of yards, going to bring up second down and long. And for Camdenton, you've seen them get into the backfield, but the problem is spotting the football, Mike. And now you're starting to see the guys go in motion with the sweep outside. You've seen a couple of times to Blake Weber. I mean, you can't zero in on anything, and I have a feeling that Pastrana can air it out. The option play once again. Pastrana now keeps it. Good closing speed and limits him to a 7 or 8 yard gain. Going to bring up third down and long.
He's great at reading that zone read. And they just knocked Quig out. I mean, he didn't gain anything. Wouldn't have gained anything. But Pastrana held the ball and got a good solid gain. It gives him a chance here on 3rd and 13.
2:37 left here in the second quarter. Remember, Branson's going to get the football first to start our second half. Don't go anywhere after our second quarter of our halftime show. Now Pastrana flushed out. into the flat. Throws high and great defensive play, knocking that one away. Brody Reese, the junior, with the pass breakup, going to bring a 4th down and 13 from the 36-yard line. Be interesting to see here. I don't know what kind of kicking game, of course, and that would be a tall task at any level in the range,
that's
53 yards.
Somewhere in that range. Yeah, great play there by Reese.
Really an accurate throw, too, across his body. I didn't see anything open.
They're getting to the outside really easy because you have to respect Quigg up the middle, and the ball handling by Pastrana has been outstanding.
And really, the Lakers capitalize on some penalties there. Uh-oh, and a busted punt, and that takes a Camdenton hop at the 30-yard line, so a 6-yard net punt. Even I can figure out the math on that one. So Camdenton has it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line, and a big hold for their defense again. They get a couple penalties, but they bend and don't break, and now the offense, Mike, gets it back down 14-7, 2:11 left here on the clock. 2 timeouts left for the Lakers, and obviously everything's on the table here. Plenty of time with those 2 timeouts. And for Branson, have you seen anything yet from the Camdenton offense that worries you about a shot through the air?
Not really, just as long as you can give Machino time to throw. You got 4 down linemen. I don't see anybody stepping up for a blitz. Now they show a little bit of it.
There's going to be a read option. Machino keeps it and has about 5 up to the 34-yard line. Modest gain, going to bring up 2nd down, and there was some room there, but I've been impressed with how quick things close for Branson. Defensively, they seem so quick, and when I do see a hole, it doesn't stay open long.
No, they pursue very well. The one kid we've noticed several times is number 24, Schaefer, has been very good at going side to side, playing an inside backer.
2nd down carry to Butts. Nice stutter step, a couple of them close to 1st down yards. We'll give him 5, going to bring up 3rd down and 2, but hit a couple of nice steps, avoid the defense, and now a timeout for Camdenton with 1:25 left in the 2nd quarter. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and short when we return to Lake Area High School football on Lake TV.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today.
So we're back on Lake TV, Mike. 1:25 left in the 2nd quarter, and it's 3rd down and short.
Yeah, normally you'd say,
line.
I'm sorry,
No,
I couldn't hear because of the PA. 3rd down and 2, you normally say you're in good shape, but there's just not enough time with just 1 timeout left.
Butts in motion. Closing quickly. Reese, and it's skipped in there. Pressure comes, and Machino a little low and hot on the throw. Reese didn't have an opportunity, so 4th down and 2. And honestly, Mike, a lot of times you'd say, okay, this is an opportunity to go for it. However, I don't know if you want to make this field any shorter for Branson.
Now, you're not hurt here. You know, just get the ball out. But they've got to clean up some of these protections. Really just need to get rid of the ball maybe a little bit quicker. Back to punt, Braden Burns.
And Wilson back to return. And another one is blocked.
Man, that's just a jailbreak on that side to the ball.
And not only that, it was blocked and recovered by Ryan Giles. But I got to say, for the punter, Mike, Braden Burns, he got it and was so deliberate and slow. I know that you didn't have time, but just watch. I mean, you got to get rid of that ball. And you're right, it was a jailbreak, but you have to adjust. And that is the 2nd consecutive blocked punt. And so far, Mike, if you're to look at one thing you want to say has been the problem, the overwhelming problem for this year's Lakers team so far, special teams has been tough.
So you've got to get some kind of stop here if you're Camdenton. Gives yourself a chance to stay within one score.
Uh-oh, pressure comes and rolling out across the 30. Nice stutter step, good yardage up to about the 21-yard line. We'll give him 7 yards. Vicente Pastrana with that blazing speed has 8 yards up to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of quarterbacks from opposing teams the last 2 weeks. They're just outstanding at handling the ball. Pastrana, not a big kid. He's listed at 5'11", 170, but he's quick.
So 2nd down and 2. Ball is at the 20-yard line, just outside the Price and Randall Injury Attorney red zone.
And they've got all 3 timeouts. They can run about anything they want to here.
2nd down and short, free play. Gives it to the up man. Beck Wellness Center 1st down, but a penalty flag flies inside the 20.
I think the linesman on the near side didn't like a block. We'll see.
Tackle by number 64, Levi Burke.
They're talking about it. Actually pointed at Camdenton. So that flag came in well after the play had been initiated. Down to 61 seconds. It was a bad block on Branson. That's going to hurt. I'm not sure if that's a 10 or a 15-yarder. In other words, somebody has engaged a defender up high, and then somebody hits the.
I believe it's a personal foul.
They only mark off 8 yards. How is that an 8-yard? Okay, now they move it back a little bit, so I guess it is a 10-yard penalty. We're going to talk about
all kinds of confusion here, and so just a minute to play here and a lot at stake in this final minute. Camdenton jumped out to a 7-0 lead, but it's been Branson scoring the last 14 points, blocking back-to-back punts, and now trying to extend this lead before the break. Pastrana, little stutter step. He is in trouble, and he will go down. The quarterback sacked Paul Muff with his first of the season, and now we get a person, I don't know, but there's a flag over on the far sideline right at the 41-yard line.
This might be a warning, sideline warning. Boy, great play.
Indeed, partner,
all the way
good
around.
Call.
Just good play all the way around. They ran the boot that time. I think it was Fisher Ritchie that got upfield and took away the bootleg, and then, well, the backside pursuit was great.
And it was Paul Muff, the senior, and he had a huge junior campaign, all district, all conference. And for him, that's got to feel good. Also in on the sack, Andy Diaz-Rios, the senior, with him. So 3rd down and forever at the 43-yard line. Pastrana, Muff on him again. Completes the pass for a modest gain. Tackle outside on the play for Bryce Branson, the junior. And that's going to bring up 4th down, but the clock just 27 seconds here in the first half. And the ball is at the 38-yard line.
So Camdenton gets the hold, and they make it, maintains a 1-score game unless something crazy here happens. I guess there was a timeout call because the clock has been stopped. Machino would be the safety back there, but somebody had to have called the timeout because the clock is stopped. And everybody just kind of standing around looking at each other at the moment.
So on 3rd and long, 4th and long.
Yeah, it should be 4th down, shouldn't it?
Really solid job for Camdenton, though, because this had the potential to get out of hand here after a great start for the Lakers. And so if they can prevent any additional points from going on the board, I think you feel pretty fortunate going into the break, considering how that second quarter shook out, Mike?
Yeah, especially some things you've got to get cleaned up at halftime if you can keep it just a 7-point game here.
Or how about Machino takes it back to the house and we're tied.
That's okay.
So 40 seconds put back on the clock.
Now, if they're smart, they won't kick it anywhere near him. Oh, come on, guys, really? Machino sets up at the 10-yard line, so the way you play it, if you back up, if the kick is toward you, you let it go. If it's where you're standing or up further, then you come up and play it.
Now they're telling him to come up. They might. I mean, who knows? This is an interesting situation. Just 30 seconds left. The punt is a good one.
I didn't understand any of that.
No, fielded at the 17 with 23 seconds left. Camdenton just 2 timeouts and officially 22 seconds left here in the first half. So don't go anywhere following the conclusion of our first half. We always got a short commercial break, and then we'll be back with our Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes halftime show. Mike will have first half stats for you. We'll look at some highlights and set the stage for our second half of action.
Braden Burns was in on that last play, and that
great sign.
He was twisted 3 different ways. Looked like a knee and ankle, but he was in on that last play, so that is some excellent news.
I'm surprised he's fit to be back in the game, because after that play, it looks like he'd only been fit to be dunked in cheese. He looked like a pretzel, Mike.
Man, oh, man.
So the official quarterback knee will conclude our first half of play, I believe. So your score, it's going to be the visiting Branson Pirates, who lead after 2 quarters by a score of 14-7. We've got an entire second half of football left. And first, our Hedges Scott Millard halftime show. We'll be back with that in just a couple minutes.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend them to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our Labor Day sale, and it's Doorbuster Week here. What do you get for doorbusters? We have this great sectional at $9.97, and we're going to give you the ottoman for free. Not only that, we have this plush reclining sofa for $7.97, and you're going to get the reclining chair and a half for free. Come check out the Labor Day doorbusters at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
At New Spring Wellness Center, we understand how hectic life can be and the stress that comes with it. We also understand that your health often gets forgotten about. Whether it's addiction, weight loss, or lack of energy, New Spring Wellness Center offers natural services you won't find other places. From our vitamin IV drips to our laser hair removal and everything else. Naturally better health is our focus at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach. Call now to schedule your free consultation.
What's like and follow?
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Buckle up.
To win at the jaws of death, Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
back on Lake TV. It's your Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes halftime show. William Holtz, the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell, and after the first half of play, 14-7, Branson out in front. And boy, what a start for Camdenton. Second quarter, much different story.
I would have to say that it could be worse. I mean, a fumble, 2 block punts. But after that great start, converting on 4 fourth down opportunities, and to take it down the field. One of them was at midfield, one was like at the 42. Wow, that's impressive. But they're going to have to clean a few things up. There's just no way around it. Some of the things that are breaking down, 2 block punts, you go all year and not see a block punt, much less 2.
Yeah, and back-to-back possessions. And for Camdenton, you can look at it 2 ways. Boy, what a dominant opening drive. Or you can look at an amazing bounce back after Branson's defense couldn't get off the field. And I think you hit the nail on the head where you said it could be worse. If you're the home team, the fumble on the kickoff, the 2 block punts, one of which turns into no points, you do got to feel fortunate. And for Camdenton, I think that after that opening drive, felt pretty good. A little wake-up call in that second quarter.
Yeah, the second quarter just got away from him. You want to take a look at the numbers here?
Yeah, officially, well, I guess unofficially, but as close to official as it gets for unofficial stats at the high school level.
I'm usually in the ballpark somewhere. So Pastrana had 7 carries, 11 net yards. He took that 12-yard loss, really kind of ruined his net total. Quigg, 6 for 29. Giles had 2 for 17, and Weber 1 for 13. So 70 yards net from scrimmage for the Branson Pirates on 16 attempts. They did not turn the ball over. The passing stats, Pastrana was 2 of 3. The catches went to Giles, 1 for 5, and Wilson, 1 for 31. So 36 through the air, 70 on the ground, 106 net, 7 penalties, so for 45 yards. That's a lot in the first half and still be leading.
And Pastrana had those 2 touchdowns, which were massive on the ground, and he looked dangerous. I know those yardage didn't add up, but he looks like he could take it every time he tucks in runs.
This game reminds me so much of last week. I mean, there's just so many similarities in the game against Jefferson City last Friday night. For the Camdenton Lakers, Hasker looked good from that fullback position. 2 for 11. Machino, 11 for 57. He has some spectacular runs where you think there's no way he was sacked 3 times on the one play and got to the corner and had a very effective run that kept the drive alive. He had 11 for 57. Jennings 1 for 5. Butts 7 for 3 net yards. Had a couple of losses in there. Burns had 3 for 2 and Hodge 1 for 1. So 74 yards rushing for the Lakers on 24 attempts. And they did have the 1 turnover on the kick return. The passing stats for Machino, Reese had 1 catch for 12 on a deep out, and Heron had 1 for 7, so 19 yards through the air, 74 rushing, 93 total yards for scrimmage for the Camdenton Lakers. The 1 fumble, 5 penalties, 25 yards.
Yeah, it was a interesting start. Incredible opening drive. I've never seen 12 minutes eaten off the clock.
I don't think I've ever had either.
I didn't know it was actually mathematically possible. You saw a lot of third, a lot of 4th downs. 4 times they converted a 4th down on that. And the big play, you talked about that Machino run. That came on a 3rd and 16 that he got 8 yards to set up 4th down and 8, and they were able to convert. Otherwise, they probably punt the football. And so it was a really hard 57 yards on the ground for Michael Machino, but he essentially was the offense for the Camdenton Lakers. We'll see if they don't make some adjustments. And for Branson, after not seeing the football, you got 2 touchdowns, you forced a turnover on a kickoff, you've blocked 2 punts, and so you almost feel like we should have a bigger lead. But after not seeing the football, I'm sure Coach Hafner is real happy with a touchdown lead.
That was a 19-play, 12-minute drive. And it literally was the last play of the first quarter to take it right to 12 minutes. There was no time on the clock when Camdenton kicked the extra point.
Yeah, and as we look at just what these 2 schools in particular, for Camdenton, they get these first 2 weeks at home. It's ever important to get a W because then for them, they go at Smith Cotton next week, at Helias week 4, and they'll be here versus Battle week 5 for their homecoming. We'll be at that game, but that'll be the final time we've got Camdenton this season. As for Branson, they'll be at home next week versus Bolivar, at West Plains, at Parkview. And so some great competition for these teams up and down their lineup. And so goes to show how important this second half is. It's going to be Branson getting the kickoff. Of course, Camdenton will look to hold them and get the football back. But ever important second half coming up here in a few minutes. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll look at what's going on around the lake area with our other schools of interest, and we'll make some predictions as far as what we think both teams will do in our second half. That and more when we return on Lake TV.
Life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with lakeexpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
I'm Tyler Loftus, and welcome to Ozark Homes. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and help make it a reality and stay within your budget. With the real estate market and construction prices at an all-time high, let us stretch your dollar and get you the home of your dreams. We have many customizable options such as kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even have a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today.
At New Spring Wellness Center, we understand how hectic life can be and the stress that comes with it. We also understand that your health often gets forgotten about. Whether it's addiction, weight loss, or lack of energy, New Spring Wellness Center offers natural services you won't find other places. From our vitamin IV drips to our laser hair removal and everything else. Naturally better health is our focus at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach. Call now to schedule your free consultation.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
During this chapter of life, we are really taking the time to enjoy the little things.
So it was important to have our final wishes pre-planned so our family wouldn't be burdened later on.
Hedges Scott Millard made it simple, but thorough. They provided us with different options right here in the comfort of our home.
We are so glad that we planned ahead. Now a whole lot more of this, a little of this, all with the peace of mind we wanted.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life. Take time to enjoy it.
Back here on Lake TV, it's high school football season, and we're in Camdenton, the jaws of death, Bob Shore Stadium, home with a 5-time state champion, Camdenton Lakers, and they find themselves down 14-7 at the break. Branson going to start with the football, Mike. So what do you expect to see as far as adjustments out of this first half break for Camdenton defensively?
They're going to try to contain Estrada, keep him inside, not let him get to the corner. you've got to read your keys. Just take your time and think it through. What they do that I'm really impressed with, they get up, no huddle to begin with.
Yeah.
They get up the line of scrimmage and go. You don't really have a lot of chance to process what you're looking at across the line of scrimmage. It's been pretty impressive. But again, this game reminds me so much of the Jefferson City game. You think, well, they moved the ball. They barely have 100 yards of offense in that first half. You get that fumble in a short field and a couple of short fields from the block punts. Again, it could have been worse.
Sure. I don't know, do we have any local score updates or anything changed around the area? So
well, Eldon apparently is going to go 2-0. They're up 41-0 on Versailles at the half. Versailles lost last week to Knob Noster, yeah, the Panthers. And the last score I saw on the Osage and Moberly game was 14-0 at halftime. That really surprises me. We'll see Osage next week taking on Blair Oaks.
So Moberly's up or Osage is up?
Pardon me? Osage is down. They're down by 14 to the Moberly Spartans. But we'll see Osage next Friday night as they host Blair Oaks. Blair Oaks blew out Maryville last Friday night. The Spoof Hounds, that's why I wanted to talk about it, so I could say Spoof Hounds. But that's been a really good program up in Northwest Missouri. But Blair Oaks they just reload. It's just every year.
Not just the Spoof Hounds, but with the Moberly Area Community College Greyhounds, Cotton Fitzsimmons, Maury John, and also Charlie Spoonhour, who was very well loved and accomplished with MSU, and I think it used to be Northwest Missouri State or Central Missouri State back in the day, but Missouri State now, of course. But man, I didn't realize Moberly, when it comes to basketball, one of the premier programs in the history of JUCO.
You wouldn't remember him, but because it's too long ago. Mitch Richmond, who went JUCO at Moberly, then went to Kansas State, I believe, and then went on to the pros. They've had some good players, and don't forget Jim Byland went to school up there too. So
yeah, great program. And what I'm hopeful and thankful is people are watching. I believe there's another football option tonight. The Chiefs are playing. Don't call in and tell us what's happening because this guy does not want to know. So I have prevented myself from looking. I have no idea what's happening in the game.
Yeah, as we leave here, I'm going to hang a sign that I've got some kind of bad disease and just kind of hunch my way out. I get to my car.
Mike the leper hitting the car.
I didn't really want to go leper, but that would work probably. But just get home. I'm going to turn my phone off and watch the Chiefs game. I don't have YouTube TV. I don't even know what it is, really, to be honest with you. But the NFL Network is repeating the game at 11 o'clock. DVR set. You're going to be eating your cheeseburger. I'm going to be watching the Chiefs.
Like it. You know me well, partner. That is right. 11 o'clock, just about the cheeseburger regular on Friday night for Wild Will. As we're set for second half action, we conclude tonight's halftime show. Brought to you by our friends at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes. We'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV with your second half.
So what are you in for? I had a few beers and I decided to drive. You? I stopped at a green light. I was high.
Dude, you can't be drunk or high while driving. Yeah, that's illegal. Even just slightly buzzed or high decreases your reaction time by at least 50%. What? It does.
Well, what did you guys do?
Us, we robbed the house.
Be a good guy. Don't drive drunk or high. To win at the Jaws of Death Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
Don't forget to tune in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update. I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce & Kelly Real Estate Team, where we'll be touring this month this gorgeous home located right on the waterfront here in Sunrise Beach. We're also going to meet up with Stacy Pirtle, one of the members of Community Foundation here at the lake, talk about what they do and some upcoming awesome events they have. And we are going to meet the newest owner of Doug Wright Powerboats, Justin Wagner, and we may even get to go out on a new 40-foot cat. All that and more on this month's edition.
Here comes week 3 of high school football on Lake TV. Friday night, William Holtz and Mike Bissell bring you a conference showdown between two of the state's biggest powers this year, Osage and defending state champion Blair Oaks. It all starts with the COMC pregame show at 6:30, kickoff at 7. High school football Friday night. Powerhouse is Osage, the Indians, and Blair Oaks, only on Lake TV.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. Back here on Lake TV, and we get ready for your second half of play. And Mike, that reminds me of how you spent the commercial break with those push-ups.
No.
Oh, okay.
I've done any exercise in 2 months.
But with good reason, my friend. And as we look around us, good crowd here tonight, as we're accustomed to seeing at Jaws of Death. And Camdenton now set to kick off to Branson with a 14-7 lead. And for Camdenton, we did see him get some pressure towards the end of that second quarter. They took advantage of a couple penalties, but got some pressure. And I would say that if you could make Vicente Pastrana uncomfortable anyway, probably going to try to dial that up. And as you said, got to be disciplined on your gap assignments because they hide the football well. And one missed assignment, you could see Pastrana off to the races, Mike, because he's just so disciplined. His footwork is sharp, it's quick, and I mean, he's kind of fun to watch. You've seen it a couple of times on those extended plays, even when it doesn't get a lot. For instance, the play Machino made on the 8-yard run, I think he ran 65 yards on that play.
Yeah, easily. And I still can't believe he got out of that sack. A free run there on the play by Dandini. I'll take every chance I can to use that name. Who just had a clean run at him and got out of that and several other tackles. It's been impressive. One thing I really like, and we haven't seen him utilized tonight, is Bryce Branson. He's got good size, 6'4", just a junior, a tight end. You see those linebackers shooting and looking to cross a gap and get up on the quarterback or the running back before he can get started. And if you can slide that tight end behind them, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just go to an open spot and sit down at 6'4". Get it to him. I think it's something that would keep those linebackers a little more honest and not allow them just to vacate that center of the field. And it's not going to allow the safeties as much to go out and double. Not every play, but you throw that just a couple of times, you think it have a good chance of being successful.
Okay, we've touched on what Camdenton needs to correct, no doubt. But what did you like that you saw Camdenton do from the get-go?
I like the offensive line play. I thought early, especially in that first drive, again, 19 plays, and that's where almost all of Camdenton's offense came from in that first possession. I thought the offensive line was doing good. They gave up 14 points, and when you consider all the field position that was handed to the Branson offense, you can't really fault the defense here a lot either. I just think they need to get upfield and keep Pastrana inside. If he gets to the corner, then he can do some serious damage.
Yeah, really the one big play offensively for, now you get a good look at Michael Machino and his mom Alicia there on the sideline. Great football family. Of course, you recognize that Machino name. Michael's younger brother, Sam. Of course, I told the story last week, the Webb City game in 2018. Reminds me of my buddy Paxton DeLorean, former Laker great, watching and actually home at the lake this weekend, watching his Lakers. Shot me a text. And, you know, anytime you think of Camdenton Lakers football, I think of that name, Paxton DeLorean, what he did at Central Methodist, Southeast Missouri, Division I, and of course, you know, trying out for both the Chiefs and the Bills. Haven't had a lot of that out of the Lake area over the last 50 years, Mike.
No.
So here is Petrov with his kick, fielded at about the 25-yard line, cross the 35. Really good return, and look out. Here's Blake Weber, cross the 40, inside the 30, and he will go to the house from 76 yards out, and Branson kicks off the second half with a bang. How about a 76-yard kick return to the house, and the special teams once again bites the Lakers in the butt.
Hard, too. That's, man, you work on things at halftime, and you think, okay, we're going to come out, we're going to establish ourselves again, and then a breakdown on special teams. And that's one of those balls that just kind of skitters along the ground. Looking here, just a little bit of a hold there, but nothing you call, blocking the back. But again, just got out of lanes, it looked like, and then the speed there from Blake Weber just to complete it, and the extra point coming up, but we got to have a flag first.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
So we went from one extreme to another. A 12-minute possession and a 15-second possession in this game for a touchdown.
Couldn't be much more opposite from the way the first half started to this second half. You're absolutely right. 12-minute possession, 15-second, really no possession. And so 20-7, your score here. And now they'll back it up. It'll be a little bit longer on the PAT from Rory Weber, the junior. Wilson will hold, Hayden Wilson, the senior, in there, and a 25-yard PAT. Wilson, the hold. The kick is up, and
oh, he got it inside the upright.
Just snuck it through. Looked like it might have been wide left, but it is good. So at 11:45, your third quarter starts with a kick return for a score, and Branson extends their lead 21-7. It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. Back here on Lake TV, and hey, just want to invite everyone around the lake area watching on Tuesday. It's the 6th anniversary edition for Give Back to the Community Ambassadors of Hope LO Profile. That'll be at the Encore this Tuesday from 5 to 7. Jacob Isaacson and crew will be there. Lake TV will be there as you're getting a look at a kick return to the house. And I'm telling you what, Blake Weber is a specimen. We've seen it running the football, and now we know he's capable of scoring every time. Here is Reese with the kick return from his own 9-yard line. Has a hole across the 25 up to the 32-yard line, 23-yard return, and that's where Camdenton's first series starts this second half, their own 32-yard line.
Well, they can't run the entire 12 minutes this time anyway, but you got to come up with some points here to give yourself a little more positive attitude. But we know how that game went last week of Jefferson City. They had chances to get to within one score several times, and maybe had to draw a pass or a penalty here or there, some kind of mistake on defense. But you've got to get something positive out of this possession to kind of wash that kick return for a touchdown out of your taste of your mouth.
First down pitch. It's going to be Brody Reese. Nice cut. Keeps those legs moving, and here's Brody Reese, cuts inside across midfield. They say he steps out at the 40 41-yard line. They're going to say he's just shy of first down yardage. Second down at about 1. But great running right there from Brody Reese. Great patience and really good cutback here.
Yeah, pretty good blocking. And boy, did you see one of the blockers for Camdenton took a shot in the back from a defender as he ran through there. That's the first carry of the night for Reese.
This time they're going to give it to the fullback, and look at him go across the 45, still on his feet. Shane Hasker down close to the 40-yard line. It's a Beck Wellness Center first down, and Sean Hasker, the senior, moves it into Branson territory.
Wow, I thought he was completely stopped cold there, but he kept the legs churning.
Big gainer into Branson territory, just what the doctor ordered for Camdenton, Mike. They need a sustained drive here. Only 2 scores, so ever important. Keep that offense out. First down play. It's going to be Reese once again. Keeps the legs moving inside the 40. Give him 2 or 3. Hard 3-yard run on that play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brody Reese didn't have any carries last week. Had a couple of catches, I believe. So his first 2 carries of the season. 2 for 21. Elijah Southwick in the game now, I believe. Yes. He splits out wide left.
Southwick, he is a fast athlete on kick return team. Here's a second down. They're going to give it to Reese. Tries to get outside. Lowers his head. Has a couple of yards, but really good closing speed and a good tackle on the play for Branson. Ben Kirk.
Erhammer was there trailing the play too to help out on the tackle.
3rd down and 6 now from the 37-yard line. Camdenton been more efficient tonight on 3rd down, especially 4th down so far. So a big 3rd down and 7. At this point, 2 scores on this side of the field. You're probably going to roll unless it's 4th and forever.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I was just getting ready to say that. I think you're, with the field position you have here, this is 4-down territory.
Keep it on the ground.
Nice
It's Reese cuts
move.
inside. Nice little spin move. Close to first down yardage to the 32, and it's a Beck Wellness Center first down for Brody Reese. Really good run by the junior, and I think the Lakers are on to something here as Reese with his first carries of the night, maybe of the season, and it's worked well.
Yeah, just a nice little subtle sidestep move as he approached the line of scrimmage, and good acceleration, and maybe they found something here.
Yeah, first down and 10, balls to the 32-yard line. 9:30 left here in the 3rd quarter. Early going of our second half. Here's Machino, going to call his own number. Great lead blocking, tries to get the edge, and what a tackle out by Wilson at the 30-yard line. Tell you what, Hayden Wilson just saved a big gainer. He was the last resort for Branson. And Michael Machino is no easy open field tackle. He goes low and cleans up. Look at this. Wow.
Yeah, what really helped Wilson there was the closing speed of Dakota Schaefer, who took the cutback lane away. So really Machino didn't have much in the way of a choice of where he was going to go there, but still a positive play.
Yeah, Schaefer is everywhere so far tonight. 2nd down.
Big
hole. Middle. Big hole and a big carry. Taken down at about the 21-yard line. Close to first down yardage. Hodge, the senior, Jaden Hodge's second carry tonight, going to bring up 2nd down and short. Ball's the 24-yard line. I stand corrected, 3rd down and short with 8.5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
You got to finish here. Now you got a ball game. If you can get the touchdown here, you know, a lot of time left. 8:27 in the 3rd quarter.
And
I feel like you haven't gotten any breaks go your way yet. A lot, 20 minutes more to play.
So 3rd down and short. Machino calls his own number. Quarterback sneak up the middle. Beck Wellness Center first down. And now we got a penalty flag after the play. It was enough for a Beck Wellness Center first down, but we'll have to wait for the officials here.
I didn't see anything there at all. We'll wait for the official explanation. 2 officials talking. They're talking about the spot, I'm assuming. Face mask, maybe? It looked like somebody was close to having a hand on the face mask there of the ball carrier. Was Michael Machino. they're going to.
It's definitely going against Branson as they now move the sticks. Personal foul against Branson. They didn't show a face mask, but I think you're right. So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 11-yard line, Mike. So the Lakers now knocking on the door. Machino under center. Inside handoff. Hasker into the end zone for a score, and the Lakers are back to within 8 with 8 minutes remaining. Sean Hasker with the 11-yard touchdown run, the quick feet, and Hasker looked really good on that series.
And that was a counter. It looked like Machino came away from center and was starting to his left, and then watch Hasker go to his right. Oh, good gang tackling there. Diaz Rios. And a good finish by Hasker. He knew what to do once he got near the end zone.
And is this a new kicker or is this Krasi Petrov once again? Petrov in there, and it's Machino. Extra point, high snap, good hold, and it is blocked. So it remains an 8-point game with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Camdenton pulls a little closer. Your score 21-13 on Lake TV's Game of the Week.
At New Spring Wellness Center, we understand how hectic life can be and the stress that comes with it. We also understand that your health often gets forgotten about. Whether it's addiction, weight loss, or lack of energy, New Spring Wellness Center offers natural services you won't find other places. From our vitamin IV drips to our laser hair removal and everything else. Naturally better health is our focus at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach. Call now to schedule your free consultation.
Back on Lake TV as you get a look at Michael Machino. I believe that's Jabin Shockley, one of the assistant coaches. Laker great, the Webb City game from 2018. Jabin Shockley with a interception as well as a touchdown catch in that game. And I believe that's him down there. A lot of Laker greats still in the area. And they're here to root these Lakers on.
And I think his father, Todd Shockley, an outstanding player at school, the Osage basketball player, on a great team.
Good kick fielded once again at the 11, and look out, you're familiar with him. That's Weber. He's tripped up across the 25 and taken down at the 27, so good contain for Weber, who, as we've already seen with a kick return, can do some damage. Much better this time around. The Lakers now in business. Branson has it first and 10 inside their own 30, Mike.
Reese had some help from Rigby and a mark on special teams as well, too. Well, we got a game here. The extra point miss hurts a little bit, but you're going to have to score again anyway.
So Branson, as you said, they got the 8-point lead, Mike, and coming back out. All the momentum for the second quarter and to start this half. But Camdenton, that big drive, we got ourselves a ball game as the junior Pastrana back under center. He's going to call his own number. Camdenton, good contain, but just a great effort from Pastrana. He's close to first down yardage, but that play looked like it had nothing. That was just an individual effort from Pastrana once again.
Has great vision. I mean, you're right. I think the play was designed to go to the outside, and he saw a gap up the middle and took it up there for the first down. First play from scrimmage in the second half for the Branson Pirates.
And it goes for a Beck Wellness Center first down, and no flag, didn't go over the line of scrimmage apparently, so first down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Looked like some early movement. Second down run is good yardage up to about the 43-yard line for Smith. Going to bring up second down and short, Mike. And did it look like there was movement early to you?
Well, the guy is going in motion as long as he goes laterally or backwards and not toward the line of scrimmage. He can be moving at the snap. Only one guy can be moving at the snap.
I thought the guy who was set jumped just before the snap.
Well, that's a different story altogether.
So hard because they're so good at the line. Here's the pitch outside.
Oh, thought he had a shot at him.
He just about did. Another solid run on the play for Weber. He's upended and taken down hard, and he's slow to get up. Big hit on the far sideline, but it's a Beck Wellness Center first down for Branson, and Weber still yet to get up. He paid the price for that one.
This is a 2-point takedown by Machino. Whew.
Oh.
Yeah, he bounced, head bounces. Oh, boy.
So they're going to take a look at Weber after the first down run. We'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV after this.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Back here as we get a look at the Camdenton cheerleaders on our Ozark Homes fan cam here. And now it's time for first down and 10. Ball's at the 49-yard line just on Camdenton's side. Here's the first down carry. Look out of a cannon, and here he goes all the way inside the 10-yard line. Wow, Quigg once again, Mike. We've seen that a couple of times. Once he gets into that second level, look out. Beck Wellness Center first down, and Branson first and goal from the 9. It's a 40-yard first down run, and here comes Branson looking to answer.
Yeah, it's an impressive run. Again, getting to the outside on the Laker defense. Do have a score to pass along. Osage trailing Moberly 21-7. They're very early in the third quarter.
So first and goal now. Pastrana gives it to Quigg, and he is inside the 5, down to about, we'll mark him dead at the 5.
Muff doesn't miss many tackles, but he had a shot at him. That gives you an idea how shifty a runner he is. Quigg's look good here tonight.
The 40-yarder, his longest of the night, set up Branson. They got second and goal now at the 5-yard line. A big opportunity for Branson to regain that 2-score lead, or will Camdenton's defense get a stand? They could certainly use one here. Second and goal from the 5. Pastrana, he's going to call his own number. Inside the 5 to the house, and for the third time tonight, Vicente Pastrana calls his own number and scores, and Branson back up 14 points, 5:06 left, penalty flags fly, and we'll wait to see what the call is.
I think they don't care for celebrations of that nature. He didn't really do anything over the top, I thought. I mean, I'm just guessing at this point what it was. What a cutback there. Wow. He just reads blocks so well. Personal foul against the Branson Pirates, so they're going to be forced to kick it from a little further than what you're used to. Remember how close that last extra point after the kick return was to missing. What's going on here?
They might be, I think,
roughing the kicker. Oh. I saw the personal foul. He pointed the wrong way. He pointed at Branson, so roughing the kicker, they may have just disregarded the penalty.
That, or if it was against Branson, Camdenton may have elected to take it on the ensuing kickoff, Mike.
Okay.
Is the only thing I can think of. The extra point is good, and with 5:06 left, Branson has their largest lead of the night at a 15-point lead. Your score, 28-13 on Lake TV's Game of the Week.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our Labor Day sale, and it's Doorbuster Week here. What do you get for doorbusters? We have this great sectional at $9.97, and we're going to give you the ottoman for free. Not only that, we have this plush reclining sofa for $7.97, and you're going to get the reclining chair and a half for free. Come check out the Labor Day doorbusters at Slumberland Furniture. We're bringing happy home.
And we're back here on Lake TV for your Vicente Pastrana show. His third rushing touchdown of the night. Still 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and it's Branson with their largest lead yet tonight, Mike, 28-13.
Yeah, it looks like Rory Weber's got a cake in the oven or something. Look at that thing he's got on his left hand.
And it does look like they got Branson in a short kick fielded by Southwick at the 40, up to about the 47-yard line. So a short kick and solid return for Camdenton, Brody Reese rather, up to the 47-yard line.
We've had a flurry of scoring in that School of the Osage and Moberly game. 8:41 left in the third, and it's 21-14 Spartans over the Indians.
Yeah, that was a closer game, and we would imagine Osage might make that a ball game down the stretch. I was kind of surprised by the two-score Moberly lead.
I misspoke earlier. Imagine that happening. It was actually Hillsborough instead of Centralia that defeated Moberly last Friday night. Look at this formation. What are we doing here? Reese wasn't sure.
It was a bear hug play.
Okay.
Quarterback keeper Machino calls his own number, and it stays on his feet up to about midfield, but he paid the price for a 3-yard run. And once again, cleaning that up, Dakota Schaefer.
Yeah,
I mean, I would say there's some colleges taking an interest in number 24, the junior linebacker for Branson, Mike.
Good-looking player. He's got the size, too. Probably not the height they like or the reach. Camdenton runs a lot of variations that they bring either a fullback or somebody in motion, and Machino follows them up in the hole. Mixed results.
Pitch outside. Carter Butts takes it, tries to get the edge, and once again with the stop, Schaefer from behind takes him down. Just a 2-yard gain for Butts that had promise, but Schaefer fights off the blocker and makes a great play, and Schaefer's actually shaken up on the play. You see him moving gingerly.
Yeah.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 now for Camdenton. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Just 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter on a cool, almost fall evening here in Camdenton. Does this qualify as fall in September?
No. It's going to be warm next week, so
Hafner,
you'll forget about this in a hurry.
3rd and short. Short gain on 3rd down. Going to bring up 4th down and 3. Hasker looking to get the first down. They're going to bring up 4th down now and about 2 or 3. Big down here for Camdenton. They can ill afford take this short field and give it right back to Branson.
Southwick in again. Yeah, there's no doubt they're going for it here.
Hard to believe that after the first quarter, it was 7-0 Camdenton, and since that moment, Branson has outscored the Lakers 28-6. 4th down and 4. Must get for Camdenton. Machino didn't like the initial look he got from the defense, and now we're going to get a timeout from Coach Parr Pitts and the hometown Lakers. 3:09 left in the third when we return. 4th down and 4 for the home team. Don't miss it. We'll be right back after this.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
Ball game.
4th down and 4. Big down as we welcome you back. Hand up the middle and no go. The Branson defense steps up. They get the turnover on downs. They'll take over at their own 46-yard line. They were looking to Sean Hasker, the fullback, and the front for Branson just too big, too strong off the point of attack. and it's Branson getting the football back.
Reitzel, the big kid in the middle there, really just jammed everything up. It was a zone read kind of play, and it just didn't develop. I don't know what's going on up at School of the Osage. We've had 3 touchdowns in about 6 minutes' time, and Moberly's opened up a 28-14 point lead.
Keeping an eye there, and for Branson now, they're going to be in no hurry with a 2-score lead, and Camdenton not showing a lot of quick ability to move the football. So here's the pitch outside and tripped up. Nice piece of tackling. Modest gain on first down. That's Ryan Giles, the ball carrier. We'll give him 3, maybe 4 on first down. And
so the clock working against the Lakers right now, down by 15 points. Again, this game just so similar to last Friday night's. You're a Camdenton fan, you don't mind it being similar as long as the result's different.
second down carry. Solid one, Blake Weber once again. We're going to give him about 4 or 5. Bring up 3rd down and 1 now. Maybe 2 for Branson inside Camdenton territory, officially at the 46-yard line. So 3rd down and 2. Lakers needing a stop, and if you're Branson, love to keep that clock moving with control of the football.
Aren't you always a little surprised? I mean, they've taken some time here, but there's 15 seconds left on the clock. Each running play, if you take an extra 10 seconds somewhere,
look out. Now there is a penalty flag. Quarterback off and running, still on his feet and to the house for the score. It's a 46-yard touchdown run. However, I believe it is coming back. We got a penalty flag back at the 44-yard line.
Pastrana could have had his 4th rushing touchdown of the night, but it's coming back on a hold.
Camdenton catches a break. Not sure it affected the play. It was Muff who got held behind the play. Official rightfully throws the flag, but didn't impact the play. Pastrana, his 4th rushing touchdown of the night, wiped off the board, and Camdenton thankful there. That's going to back up Branson. About 3rd down and 10 after they mark off the penalty yardage here.
William, it's the 10th penalty against Branson in this game. That's a lot. Most of them early on were the 5-yard variety, but that takes a touchdown off the board. You called it. I mean, the hold was behind. Pastrana was gone already.
So 3rd down and 10 now. The Lakers live to see another down, at least 3rd down and 10 for them defensively, an opportunity to try to get off the field. Pastrana pitches it out. Look out. A lot of room here. Ryan Giles inside the 30, inside the 20, and finally pushed out by Southwick, but a big gainer from the 46 all the way down to the 13-yard line, Mike. They're going to give him 43 yards, a Beck Wellness Center first down, and inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone. Big gain on 3rd and 10. The misdirection play, no one home on the outside, and a big lane outside for Ryan Giles, who has his lane and does the rest, the tune of 40-plus yards. 1st down and 10 now for Branson at the Camdenton 15-yard line. Pastrana under center. Gives it to Quigg. Quigg inside the 5, taken down after an 11-yard. Beck Wellness Center first down, and Branson has 1st and goal at the Lakers 4.
Yeah, Branson's starting to get big chunks of yardage now. We've had an 11 and 8, 37, 39, a 7-yard rushing play. They've actually had 2 running plays that were more than their total in the first half. Of course, they only touched the ball in the 2nd quarter, but still.
1st and goal from inside the 5. We've got motion.
What is that?
No flag.
Well, that was odd, to say the least. I think a little bit of a jump there on the play by Weber.
Pastrana gives it to Quigg, and he's going to be shut down inside the 1. Couple of yards as they were looking to give it to their tailback. Really, they call him a fullback with that size. Smith Quigg, he's got 1 already tonight. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Tall order here for the Lakers defense to stop this Branson team from just 1 yard out. Inside, 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and goal. Pastrana for the 4th time tonight into the end zone. We do have a penalty flag. Comes in from the back judge. So don't mark anything yet. We'll wait here and see if this is on the defense and it stands, or if they're going to take away the score, which would be the 2nd touchdown taken away on this drive due to a penalty. Poor Pastrana, he's trying for that 4th one best he can. Does this one stand?
Yeah, apparently it does.
For the 4th time tonight, Mike, Vicente Pastrana finds the end zone with his legs, and now a 21-point lead opened up for the visiting Branson Pirates. And Camdenton, just 19 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, find themselves down big, 34-13.
Counting the players here. Make sure they have the correct number on the field. Looks like I've got another update here. 55-0. Eldon over Versailles at the end of the 3rd quarter, so they're probably in continuous clock. And now Osage just scored again, 28-21. So it's a 1-score game again up at School of the Osage.
Back and forth there, trading touchdowns here in the 2nd half. Weber now on an offside. So getting sloppy here in the latter part of our 3rd quarter. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV. Year number 13 for us here at Lake TV. Thank you for tuning in. A lot of options anymore for watching local high school football, and we're thankful you chose us, including our visiting audience from Branson. I'm sure they're enjoying the results tonight so far. And here's Weber now, who is perfect so far tonight, and just for good measure, maybe just one more penalty flag.
That's now they're going to go for 2. I mean, why wouldn't you? You're at the 1-yard line. Those were the first penalties of the 2nd half for Camdenton as well, too. They just didn't line up onside.
Yeah, you almost tempt him into it, right? So a 2-point conversion attempt. 19 seconds left, and it's Branson looking to extend their 3-score lead. They want to stretch it out to 23. 19 seconds left in the 3rd, and we'll see if Pastrana will do it himself, and the 2-point conversion is good. The unstoppable junior quarterback, Vicente Pastrana, tacks on 2 more, and it's a 23-point Branson lead. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
And we're back, and now a penalty, as you saw a couple of them. Looks like Branson going to kick off from the Camdenton 45-yard line. Your score, of course, 36-13. It's been all Branson since the start of that 2nd quarter, which saw Camdenton leading 7-0. Of course, 36-6 since that point in time, and Branson seems to be getting stronger as this game progresses. We'll kick off from the 45 here.
What was the penalty? Did you see it?
I did not. I know there was an offsides, and I don't know if there was a extra.
Well, that was a 15-yard or whatever it was.
Yeah, this one now bounces and goes out. Southwick. Oh, and somewhat took a shot on the Camdenton sideline. Ball goes out at the 12. It'll be a procedure, or I guess they call that procedure, but out of bounds, and Camdenton should get good starting field position here at the 35, I believe. Just 19 seconds left in the third, and I know you love that run game, but down 23 points with just 1 quarter to go. Does Camdenton change a strategy and spread it out here?
I don't think you have any choice, really, do you? I
just don't know how much of that they have in their arsenal this year.
The thing is, I guess you could look at it 2 ways. The unlikely ability to make up the 23-point differential. Maybe just stick with what worked so well for you in the first quarter and build for coming games. But yeah, I think you got to throw it some here. Work on that pass protection. Give Machino a chance to have a clean pocket. Survey the field. Yeah, they're spreading it out a little bit more here.
Empty backfield here from the 20. So interesting that goes out and doesn't really cause any yard distance. Here's a shot looking for Reese, who's open, and a great play defensively. Casey Giles really just stuck his arm up, just distracted Reese enough, and that falls harmlessly to the turf, but really a solid throw, and I don't know if Giles got a hand on it, but did just enough.
I mean, Machino, again, flushed early on the run to the right. If he could have laid that out a little bit further, but that's a tall order when you're being chased like that.
So second down and 10 now, and they're going to have to hurry, so you'll see a lot of this out of the gun, I believe. They're going to keep it on the ground. Machino tries to get outside, and just great job. Schaefer cannot be stopped. Machino, a great open field runner, and Schaefer just too tall of a task for this Lakers offense. So our third quarter will conclude. It's Branson in control of this one. They lead the Lakers 36-13. We'll be back with your fourth quarter on Lake TV.
I'm Tyler Loftus, and welcome to Ozark Homes. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and help make it a reality and stay within your budget. With the real estate market and construction prices at an all-time high, let us stretch your dollar and get you the home of your dreams. We have many customizable options such as kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even have a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
To win at the jaws of death, Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
Back here on Lake TV, it's your game of the week, and Camdenton now. Third down and 9 from their own 21-yard line. Michael Machino out of the shotgun. Now in big trouble. Lots of pressure in his face, and Machino goes down inside his 10-yard line. A loss of 13 yards. Going to bring up 4th down and long from inside the 10-yard line.
JC on the play, Brown. And Machino didn't even have a chance to set his back foot before JC was right in his face. And JC played it really smart. Instead of like running full speed at Machino where he could easily sidestep him, he broke down and let Machino make the move, then closed on him.
An even bigger concern is Camdenton quarterback Michael Machino, who also is their punter, looks very uncomfortable after that takedown. Something to keep an eye on. And that one's blocked inside the 5, recovered inside the 1-yard line. Big 91. The third punt block, Eli Reitzel falls on it, and Camdenton, their third block punt. This sets up Branson, 1st down and goal inside the 3.
That wasn't so much a block as he just kicked it right into one of his own players, I think.
Indeed.
He kicked it right into Levi Perk.
And I credit that to the fact that Michael Machino looked shaken up. I'm shocked someone from the sideline didn't see. It may not be a good idea to have him back there, and not a good punt. And here come Branson now looking to deliver the knockout blow here early in the 4th quarter, Mike. 23-point lead, 11:07, and
Well,
Vicente Pastrana has 4 already tonight, looking potentially for his 5th.
Why not? Quigg, I think we had movement before the snap. They were going to with the dive to Quigg. I wonder if anybody calls him Captain Quigg. Movie character.
So is a procedure against Branson will back them up 5. First and goal from the 6-yard line. And for those of you wondering, we will have our post-game show brought to you by Van Subaru. All roads lead to Van in Kansas City, Kansas. Love our friends over at Van Subaru. We'll have our post-game show. I'll be on the field with your winning coach and your Show Me Zero player of the game. And if you want to take a guess who that could be, Mike?
Yeah. Well, there is touchdown number 5.
And there it is, Vicente Pastrana. Johnny on the spot, Mike. His 5th rushing touchdown of tonight. The nail into the coffin as far as Branson is concerned. They've opened up a 29-point lead here. 11:01 left in the 4th quarter. And remember, it was 7-0 Camdenton at the conclusion of the 1st quarter. Branson has responded and dominated from the start of that 2nd quarter. And then to attempt their extra point again, Rory Weber, who is a perfect 5 for 5 tonight.
Oh,
and that one is blocked. This time it's Camdenton who gets through Carter. Yeah, you're right.
I believe it was
Braden Burns, the senior. So with 11:01, it's a 29-point game, and we'll be back on Lake TV. We welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. And it's all Branson at this point. They lead 42-13. 11 minutes left here in the 4th quarter and set to kick off. Rory Weber, the junior.
We do have a final from Versailles. 62-0. Eldon goes to 2-0 on the season with a big win over Versailles.
And there's the kick, and fielded in and out of the hands of Southwick, and that'll be a touchback. So Camdenton now has it with 11 minutes left. Biggest lead tonight for Branson, and for Branson, you know, one of these two teams is going to fall to 0-2. We knew coming in, and for Branson, not only did they even their record at 1-1, but Mike, that's a pretty convincing road win at a place like the Jaws of Death. And so we know it's early in the season, and we know Camdenton's rolling out some new things. But if you're Coach Aaron Hafner and the Branson Pirates, you couldn't be any more elated with the way this 2nd quarter and on has went for your team.
Yeah, the only bad thing about this game for Branson is they've got a long drive home afterwards, but it's a lot more fun when you're winning, no doubt about that.
First down, Lakers keep it on the ground, and that's bottled up pretty quickly right at the line of scrimmage, and now a little extracurricular activity, and no flags fly, and I'm okay with that.
Well, they were laying on Burns and walking up there and saying, I've watched enough of this now, was Timothy Phillips, and he just tossed the player aside there.
1-yard gain and no flag.
Bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Well, he was very polite about the way he picked him up on the shoulder pads and threw him out of the way. There's a way to do it and not get a flag.
And I just learned something new about every Friday.
And if the officials are like you and we can't wait for supper, you know. Oh,
Here's
my.
Ball's on the ground. Machino falls on it. That's going to go for a 4-yard loss back to about the 16-yard line. So 3rd and long now. 10-minute mark approaching. And for Camdenton, got to try to get something positive here because started 0-2. You still got to start looking ahead to next week. You got some tough matchups coming up, and they're going to have to make some adjustments. So it starts right now in this last 10 minutes.
Yeah, these wheels have really come off here in the second half. anything you could imagine that could go wrong. Speaking of going wrong, Moberly has opened up a 14-point lead again on School of the Osage up at Soto.
We'll keep you posted there. In
Free
the
run.
meantime,
Free run.
Third down and long. Machino stepping up, looking for Roth. He's got him, and in and out of the hands. Lucas Roth had it and cannot bring it in, and that is kind of just a microcosm of the way tonight has went for the home team, Mike.
That's as impressive a throw as you'll see. We saw a free run again from J.C. Brown.
From the 11.
On the quarterback. So
all
that's
the way down to the 39. That's a 50-yard pass in the air on the money, and Roth was his go-to. Roth made a couple of great plays. He's really his top target this season thus far. It reminded you last night of what you saw from Dallas's top receiver. Uncharacteristic for Roth, but really down 30 points, Mike. That stuff happens. You got to come back and give him another shot here. Fourth down and 14.
Okay.
And they're going.
Delay a game, I think. Usually when the back judge throws the flag, it's going to be delay a game. We've certainly had our share of penalties. That's 9 for Camdenton and 12 for Branson.
Remember last week, each team really only had 6 official, but there were like 30 that were offsetting.
Yeah.
So it was chippy last week, and we've seen a lot of penalty flags. But I will say, Misha is making a concerted effort across the state to crack down on some of the extra after the play. And here's Machino now trying to extend the play. He's going to tuck the ball across the 20, across the 30, and tripped up at the 33-yard line. He's got a Beck Wellness Center first down, and on 4th down and 17, how about a 22-yard Beck Wellness Center first down for Michael Machino? Puts the team on his back and says, hey, we're not done yet. We want to keep this drive going. And that's really been the strong point so far tonight for Camdenton.
We hear somebody being tripped up. This is the epitome of being just tripped up right there.
But that extra little flip got him the first down. Otherwise, he could have been short. So great effort. New set of downs, and here's Machino. Pitch out to Butts.
He's caught from behind by Corbin Mullen. Looks like Branson's subbing in some players.
Modest gain, going to bring up 2nd down. And, of course, next week we've told you, still keeping an eye on that Osage score, but we have Blair Oaks traveling to School of the Osage next week for our game of the week. We'll hit the airways 6:30 live with our COMC pregame show. Mike and I looking forward to that one as well. There's going to be a lot of Osage games starting next week, Mike.
Yeah, we've got a couple.
5 of the final 7 games of the regular season include the Osage Indians. 2nd down and short. Machino now, quick hitter, has his target. Lucas Roth, on the far side. That's his Southwick with the reception. A Beck Wellness Center first down, and Elijah Southwick, his first catch of the night. And he's a speedster. I know this season has been rough to start, but watch number 28 progress through this season. I think he's going to become a target for Machino. You'll see more and more as this season progresses. So a Beck Wellness Center first down. Ball's the 46-yard line, and Camdenton trying to salvage this 4th quarter with an impressive drive. Keep it going here with some subs, it looks like, for Branson, Mike. Machino now. Tucks it again, flag flies, good run for Michael Machino, still on his feet, and he takes a blistering hit at the 30-yard line, all the way down to the 31, but a couple of flags, looks like this one's going to come back.
Holding. Boy, Schaefer had Machino was bringing him down, and another player, completely clean play, put a shoulder into him when he was just a little bit defensive here. You see the tackle, and then boom. Is that the right shoulder too? Ouch. So what was a very positive play taken back. A 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, you get to see that speed for Michael Machino. He was a all-conference wide receiver a year ago and now makes the shift to quarterback, but really the best athlete on the field, and he's run all night long, Mike. He has got to be tired, and we've seen him limping a lot here in this 4th quarter, but he's tough. Little ball fake, a little up and under. He's in trouble. Look out. He's still on his feet.
Wow.
Spins and somehow gets back up to the 35 before he is driven backwards. Gets back to the line of scrimmage at 36-yard line. So no gain, but again, a great effort. And at this point, you almost think you might want to protect your junior quarterback.
Yeah, that's the thing. But he is the epitome of a competitor, and he's going to play this way regardless of the score. Osage hanging around. They get another touchdown. They're back to within 7, 35-28 Moberly.
And Machino now spelled. He's limping on the sideline, and
he's out.
In there at quarterback is Quentin Knipp, the senior. Going to hand it off on second down and long. Goes for a loss of 1 or 2. Going to bring up third down and long, and Sean Hafner now back into the game, and Michael Machino visiting with the trainer on the sideline. And Mike, no reason really to even put him back in at this point. You're down 29 points with just 6 minutes to go, and he really is the heart of this Laker offense and a defensive anchor for them as well. So not the way you want to start this season. Some tough competition in 0-2, but it's a long season from this point. So get a look at the backup quarterback, senior Quentin Knipp, though southpaw, and he is under pressure and no chance for him in on the QB sack. That one's going to be split. Once again, J.Z. Brown in on the stop, along with number 89, Landon Hughes. Another QB sack, and that pressure has been constant from the Branson front tonight, whether it's on rushes or whether it's on passing plays, Mike. It's been hard for Camdenton to develop any kind of rhythm, any kind of flow, or really develop anything offensively because the front has been so dominant for this Branson team.
Yeah, they've got to try to develop some quick hitters. That had to be offside there.
And a punt for the Lakers.
Well, they held everybody in that time to pressure, but Camdenton got a punt away.
Down to the 37-yard line where Branson will get it back, leading 42-13, just 4:49 left here in the fourth quarter. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Want to give a big shout out to our staff. Of course, always a pleasure to be joined in the booth with the Hall of Famer, Mike Bissell, our technical director, Andrew Evans, the most talented man in show business, at least on this side of the Missouri. And then you've got Spencer Wall, our assistant technical director, David Leatherberry on our top angle camera, Sean Kober providing our sights from our field camera, always incredible. Devin Humiston shooting highlights. Spencer Wall will have stuff edited for you this weekend, and our sports director, Chris Schneider, watching at home. Also want to give a shout out to Michelle Kitchen, who is filling in for Sierra Smith tonight as our assistant technical director. And Sierra, normally part of our crew, not here tonight, but great effort from our Lake TV crew to make tonight's broadcast possible. And of course, all of our awesome sponsors, including Van Subaru, who will bring you tonight's post-game show. Mike will be back in the booth with you, and he'll throw down to me on the field. I'll hope to catch up with head coach Aaron Hafner, along with tonight's player of the game. And I love the coach pick, but I will throw a fit if he doesn't bring me their quarterback, Vicente Pastrana. 5 tutties through 3 quarters and some change, really 2 quarters and some change, because you can take away the first quarter. Really solid effort. And something tells me Pastrana is going to be giving teams fits all season long,
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's impressive. McWright got that last carry, but there was another penalty. He gets another chance and almost gets the first down, a 14-yard pickup. McWright.
And Hayden Wilson, the backup quarterback, will spell Vicente Pastrana. His night comes to a close, and I don't know yardage-wise, but I know he found the end zone 5 times tonight with his legs.
He didn't have that much yardage. Only had 11 in the first half and 9, 15, 26 in the second half. Well, a 6 and a 7 and 3 2-yarders.
Well, if you started him in your fantasy team, yardage or not, he did all right for you tonight. So second down and 1 as we're inside 4 minutes to go. This one well decided by now. Here is the second down carry. A Beck Wellness Center first down, or real close to it on the second down carry.
McWright again.
Yeah, Noah McWright, the sophomore. Fullback also in there at linebacker. And always valuable moments in these games for some of the younger guys, especially on the road in unfamiliar places, to get varsity time under the lights. Because it's nothing like, JV on Monday or Thursday, but there is nothing like varsity action under the lights on a late Friday night. Can't really be replicated. And so when you get in these situations like Coach Hafner finds himself in, love getting the guys in there, don't you?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, that's invaluable. Get that kind of experience. Gosh, we get a playoff without a penalty. That's like 30 tonight, I think.
Yeah, it is a Slumberland at the Lake penalty flag procedure. On the offense, they'll back it up 5 and try 3rd down and 6 once again.
14 against Branson. 14. I think I got another text here. Let me check and see if we got.
I hope we got a tied ball game in Osage.
Yeah. I think that's the last score I had. 35-28.
So 3rd down and about 7. That was peculiar looking, to say the least. So 3rd down. Wilson keeps it himself, and he gets pushed forward about 3 or 4 yards. Going to be shy of 1st down yardage up at the 45. Going to bring up 4th down and 1 now as crowd filtering out on a chilly night here in Camdenton. And what started out as what promised to be a really competitive matchup. We've seen Branson flex here over these last couple of periods. A really strong team. Coach Aaron Hafner and crew rolled in tonight, and 1-1. I'm starting to think that Harrison team last week must have been a sight. You know, Branson looks pretty dangerous, and be interesting. I'll follow and see what they do the rest of that schedule. 4th down and short. Wilson keeps it on the ground. He swung around and has a Beck Wellness Center 1st down. Roth cleans him up, but not until he moves the sticks.
That looked like flag football there for a second. I thought he had him by the belt the way he spun him around. They got him on the ground, but not before the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes.
So another Beck Wellness Center 1st down as Wilson. Good run, and a little flag football action. Roth finally gets him down by the pants.
That shirt's a size larger than what it was and when it started tonight, that's for sure.
So 1:40 left here. Branson ready to put the finishing touches on a dominant performance tonight. 1st down run once again, and that is the sophomore Noah McWright starting to stack up the yards here.
By the way, are you a Seinfeld fan? You ever watch?
Not so much, although I found Jerry Seinfeld to be an amazing stand-up comedian.
Yeah,
with some of the stuff he
where
did.
He started out.
Like some of those older ones, George Carlin,
Oh, yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
And now I'm a big Bargatze fan. Nate Bargatze's real great. So 2nd down and 4, inside a minute to play. Once again on a Beck Wellness Center 1st down. It's McWright, the sophomore, moves it down to the 30 and inside. 50 seconds to play. Mike, I'm going to head down to the field, let you take it away, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in our post game. Take it away, Mike.
Will do. 1st down, they'll reset the chains. And Osage has come back and tied that game. They trailed by 14 on several different occasions, but they have tied it up with 4:21 remaining in, I have to say, regulation. And this is sportsmanship at the highest level. Just take a knee and let the clock run out. And that will do it. Our final score here will be 42-13. What a turnaround this game. Camdenton started out, ran the entire 1st quarter, 19 plays, and scored within a lot of special teams problems. And Branson got their offense clicking, and they racked up some pretty impressive numbers, taking advantage of some issues that the Lakers did have. Final score, 42-13. Branson goes to 1-1. Camdenton falls to 0-1. Post-game show coming up next right here on Lake TV.
What? Like and follow.
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Buckle up.
I'm Tyler Loftus, and welcome to Ozark Homes. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and help make it a reality and stay within your budget. With the real estate market and construction prices at an all-time high, let us stretch your dollar and get you the home of your dreams. We have many customizable options such as kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even have a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
During this chapter of life, we are really taking the time to enjoy the little things.
So it was important to have our final wishes pre-planned so our family wouldn't be burdened later on.
Hedges Scott Millard made it simple, but thorough. They provided us with different options right here in the comfort of our home.
We are so glad that we planned ahead. Now a whole lot more of this, a little of this, all with the peace of mind we wanted.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life. Take time to enjoy it.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Back here on our Van Subaru postgame show, and although it's not the selected player of the game, this guy right here, man, Dakota Schaefer, unbelievable game, only a junior, but the speed you have on the perimeter. Talk about how much you love chasing that ball carrier.
I mean, it's dedication. Every play, I just know that it's 110% to the ball carrier. No matter what, no matter what's in the way, I'm going to get there. That's basically it.
For you guys, you watched the hometown Lakers eat up the entire first quarter. They converted on 4 fourth downs, and it was 7-0. But once that second quarter started, it was a whole new ball game. What changed?
I just reminded the defense what we've been working for, all in the weight room. Thanks to Coach Bear and Coach Nelson for what we do, Coach Hammond, Coach Howard, Coach Reagan, and Coach Leidecker for setting this up. I just reminded them that we don't work hard for nothing. We just got to come out here. It's a rough start, but we bounce back and we do it together.
Dakota Schaefer, a nose for the football. I gotta ask, when you watch players at the next level, who are you modeling your game after? Because it has that next level vibes all night.
I'd go Jeffrey Bassa from Oregon. He just got drafted to the Chiefs. Ray Lewis, Nick Bolton, a little bit of Brian Dawkins, even though he's a safety. That's really a big guy for me.
Hard hitters. That's the theme for Dakota Schaefer. Incredible night. Congrats on the W, guys. Safe travels.
Yes, enjoy.
We're here on the field at Bob Shore Stadium. We're hoping to have Coach Aaron. Speaking of which, it's our winning coach, Aaron Schaefer. Man, Coach, what a performance after Camdenton ate up. I've never seen it. 12 minutes, 19 plays, and boy, did you guys answer.
Yeah, they came out ready to play, and I have never been part of that either. I've never been part of a game where they eat up the whole first quarter. So that's usually our style, you know. So kudos to them. The kids are ready to go tonight. Our kids just kind of kept battling, and you could kind of feel a little momentum switch right out of the half when we ran the kickoff back. I think that kind of set the tone for the second half.
And I'll tell you what, you guys were just so gap sound. When you talked about controlling that point of attack from the get-go, they really couldn't get anything going in bunches. How do you guys stay so disciplined defensively? I haven't seen it at this level quite like that, Coach.
Well, you saw our kids grow a little bit tonight. You know, I mean, even the first drive they did some things, and then our kids just continued to make some good adjustments on the sideline and at halftime. And you know, I think our kids started figuring some things out. And again, we have a very inexperienced defense, and they're just going to get better each week.
You're a junior quarterback, and there were a lot of incredible playmakers. We talked with Dakota Schaefer, one of the best open field tacklers I've seen at the high school level. But talk about your quarterback who found pay dirt 5 times tonight, Coach.
Oh, I didn't know that. We don't really kind of keep track of that stuff, you know, during the game. But he's an unbelievable decision maker. You know, I mean, we're you know, when we snap the ball, there's a lot of plays that we don't know who's going to be carrying the ball. He has to make decisions off that. So he does a great job doing that, and he knows how to find the end zone. I mean, he's good at that. He's a really good option quarterback, and he just makes a lot of plays for us.
It's not often I see a team come into the jaws of death, Bob Shore Stadium, win by 30 points, and then tell their team it wasn't pretty, but we'll celebrate a win. You really have high expectations of this year's group, don't you?
Well, it's not me. It's them too. Like, I mean, as soon as I said that, our kids started shaking their heads because they know. I mean, you know, they know that we can continue to get better, and this group likes to work. You know, so I mean, you can't. I mean, when I say it wasn't pretty, you know, it's 14-7 at half. We kind of didn't score in the red zone down here right before half, which would have been a big play for us, but we came back out, and again, our kids are going to constantly try to get better each week, and I thought the second half was a good view of what I think the season's going to look like.
Coach, I got to tell you, really impressive stuff, and even more than the way they played, really impressive young men. I'll tell you, it was really cool getting to talk to Dakota. Incredibly respectful, really cool with the way they handle stuff like media interviews, and that's a direct reflection of what you guys are doing, so keep up the great work.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hey, safe travels, and God bless you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Coach Aaron Schaefer of the 1-1 Branson Pirates, who come into Camdenton tonight and dominate by a score of 42-13. Now, your player of the game, I said it wasn't Dakota Schaefer, but we didn't get to talk to Vicente Pastrana, the junior quarterback who had 5 touchdowns. But I gotta tell you, whether you go with Pastrana or Dakota Schaefer, both incredible players tonight, brought to you by Show Me Zero. This message brought to you by the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety. My friends, slow down, buckle up, phones down, and drive sober. These simple decisions will save lives. As we conclude tonight's Van Subaru postgame show from the jaws of death at Bob Shore Stadium, big shout out to all of our crew, you guys for watching, and until next week, from the School of the Osage in Kaiser, with Blair Oaks coming to town, I'll see you then.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
Well, before we put a final wrap on this, let's take a look at the statistics for this game. Branson had a huge second half. Pastrana with his 5 touchdowns, but only 37 yards rushing. The touchdowns were, I think, he had 3 from 2 and 1 from 6, 1 from 7. 11 attempts, 37 yards. Quigg had 12 for 96. Giles, 4 for 60. Weber, 2 for 20. Crite, their late in the game, 4 for 29. And Williams, 2 for 17, 249 yards rushing, so 179 of that came in the second half on 35 attempts. Another big factor in this game is the fact that Branson did not turn the ball over. The passing stats, they didn't attempt to pass in the second half. A catch by Giles, 1 for 5 in the first half. Wilson, 1 for 31. So 36 yards through the air, 185 total from scrimmage for Branson. The one blemish I'm sure Coach Hafner won't be particularly happy about was the fact that they had 14 penalties for 111 yards, but still get the big win. I'm going to check again here in just a minute, but the last score I had from Osage was 35-35 with 4:31 remaining in regulation. For the Camdenton Lakers, Hasker had a good night, 6 for 44 from that up position, the fullback, 19 for 71 for Machino. He had to suffer a couple losses there that probably kept him from getting up to 100 yards on the night, and some spectacular runs he had. 9 for 6 for Butts, 5 for 10 for Burns. Hodge had 1 for -1, and Reese late in the game had 4 carries for 30 yards. So 148 yards rushing for Camdenton on 45 attempts. They did have the 1 fumble. That was on the kickoff return. The passing stats, 3 for 8 on the game. Reese had 1 for 12. Heron had 1 for 7. And Southwick 1 for 12. So 41 yards through the air, 148 rushing, 199 total. Check that, 189 for the Camdenton Lakers. They had the 1 turnover and 10 penalties for 47. So we had 24 penalties total in that ball game. If you'll forgive me, I'll check my phone again here just real quick and see if I got an update on the Osage game. And apparently not. Versailles losing to Eldon tonight, and next Friday night will be at School of the Osage as they host the defending state champion Blair Oaks Falcons. Big win for Branson over Camdenton. For the entire Lake TV staff, good night.